everyone, welcome to Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Hey.
Hiya.
This week featuring Gus,
Gavin,
Michael.
And also
Michael Burns.
Burnie.
everyone.
and Gus again, like always. So we're here for the podcast.
This was the most sedate pre-show that I've ever sat in on.
We were a little low
even with,
energy.
Michael here, it was just like...
What does that mean? What do you mean,
well,
even with
Blaine
me
farted
here?
like about 20 minutes ago and absolutely killed the room.
Yeah.
I think it's like everyone's kind of groggy. It's like carbon monoxide poisoning. Like you don't know that you're
killed the room like everyone laughed.
They're
Or
dead.
No,
No,
it just like it was a mood killer. It
gassed
wasn't even
everyone.
like bad of like, oh shit, that's terrible fart. It was just like everyone was like, get away from us.
Yeah, it was like, why'd you do that?
It wasn't even a funny fart.
Nah.
It was just like, it was a disgusting,
Define a funny fart.
But just
like
like when
comedic
they-
timing.
I want to be clear with Blaine, just so you know, like the trajectory of your career at Rooster Teeth, that was the beginning of the slope down.
Oh,
I think.
shit.
Yeah, he's going
he
downhill.
can't
from
be
there.
very high up the slope. I mean,
You
just
know how
started.
you can redeem it.
What is
He's
the
been-
amount of time when you're dating someone where you can fart in front of them? You're engaged. Are you to the point now where you can fart in front of Lindsay?
Yeah. Quite a while now.
But it's a thing. What's first? Is fart first or is I love you first?
Probably fart, I imagine, was me. I
What
don't
if they
know
go
that
hand
for
in
a
hand
fact.
at the same time?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
Did
I
both
love
at the same
farting
time?
and you.
probably the fart.
Yeah.
No, I've,
Really? Fart
yeah.
becomes before I love you.
fart comes
say
way
so.
after I love you.
Really?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
everyone farts. Not
Yeah.
everyone loves you.
There you go.
Especially if you fart in front of them.
No, fuck it. That's how you weed them out. How
Every time-
do you feel about this? Just rip one. Like, you okay with that?
Do you smell the love?
Yeah. Is that a compatible smell?
Do you leave the room? You're married now. What? How long you married?
7.5 years.
That's gross. Okay, so do you leave the room when you have to fart?
No.
You really don't.
No. Why would I?
I'm asking. Just
Do you-
I want to know.
Do you make it a lesser fart than what it could be? Do you lessen its potential?
No.
Like you don't.
What does that mean?
I know what
like
you're
you try to
saying.
silence
Do you
it.
hold
No.
back
Well,
or
some of
just
them-
like let it rip?
Some of them you can tell
Ooh,
you got a
touchdown.
serious bubble, but sometimes you can just kind of stretch your aim and
Serious
like
bubble.
leak
Go
it
ahead.
out a little,
Yeah. No, I feel
like
you.
leak it slowly.
See,
Get
now
everything separated.
the only thing with me is I don't really care about the fart as in the sound. Like there's no hiding it. It's like if I've eaten something particularly nasty, like I know it's going to be bad, I'll do her the favor of leaving the room or stepping aside just so like she's not hit with it.
But she knows what's going on.
But I will get up and be like, I'll rip ass in the other room and be like, I just saved your life because you'd be dead right now.
You're a gentleman.
Like I'll let her know how bad the fart was.
and he farts quite a lot.
Now I want to marry you.
Yeah, well.
But you run the danger of like wafting some back with you, like getting that backdraft.
Yeah, well, a lot of times I'll get up, walk into the bathroom, and then turn and fart into the bathroom.
Okay.
And then leave.
Doesn't
So I
work.
try-
That's a
I
good
try and
call. No,
contain
that's
it.
a
That
good call.
doesn't work though.
Mike
It does-
Close the door behind you, like right away.
It's better than farting. Like sometimes it's the worst when you're actually taking a dump on the toilet, but sometimes you do it on the couch where like I won't even think
You
about
take a
it.
dump
Where's
on the
shit
couch?
dump?
No, listen. So you'll be standing there like about to sit down.
Go
I'll
on.
fart and be like, oh, that was bad. And then sit down and then realize, oh God, I just sat down in it. Have you ever done that? It's
Oh,
terrible.
it's a timing thing of
Yeah, it's like fart, sit, and then your face is right where your
Ass
ass
level.
used to be.
elevation.
Yeah.
It's an
Everyone
elevation
likes
problem.
her own brand though.
Absolutely not. You say that. I don't like smelling my own
To be
farts.
fair, you are capable of some absolute duffers. He's gassed me out of Achievement Hunter at least 4 times.
Do you? That's got to be the gassiest office in the entire
No,
building.
I'm actually surprised that the Achievement Hunter office doesn't smell worse.
They open the windows pretty regularly.
Do we? No, we don't.
Dude, you don't?
No, I thought you always have one of those windows.
No, the
open.
only time we open the window is when the friggin' AC doesn't work because it's like 10,000 degrees
So that's
in there.
like all the time.
Well, yeah, okay.
Or if Barbara's cold.
Oh yeah. Well, the way that the office is set up now is that the Achievement Hunter office, which has 6 people in it and about 12 computers and consoles running.
yeah.
The
Well,
conference room.
We've all got 2 consoles.
Right.
on
Yeah,
most of
and
the
the
So it's
computers.
18 then,
And
basically.
then if you figure if Lindsay's doing behind the scenes, we'd have 7 or 8 people in there.
And then the conference room has nobody in it ever. And then it's Barbara's office with the 2 Adams who are they're basically
They're like Yetis.
yeah, I don't know how to
They're
describe
kind of
these
equalent
guys.
to the 6 of us.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a
all
bunch of
those
equipment in there
offices
too.
are on the same AC unit. So they're all on the same thermostat. So to keep the Achievement Hunter office at a normal temperature, we basically have to freeze out all the other offices. The ones with the Adams does okay because they're both Yetis and they soak up a lot of AC. But the fucking conference room, when you go in there, is like an ice box.
If you work at Rooster Teeth, you have to keep a coat at your desk in case you have to go to the conference room at some point.
The
during
only
day.
reason I have cold clothes is for the indoors.
Yeah.
Living in Texas, you don't really need it.
unless you have a meeting
Yeah.
or conference call. Yeah, it's
But do you
it's brutal.
prefer the weather in Texas versus England?
Yeah.
how do I put this into words? It's the best.
Yeah. I mean, you would give up, like, even the blistering heat in the middle of the summer.
I love the heat. Texas isn't hot enough for me.
Can I make a recommendation for you? And I'm gonna stay away from this topic as much as I can, even though it's a big topic in Austin. If you develop cedar allergies, which is a big cedar season right now in Austin, a lot of people have allergies.
What physically is cedar?
It's actually not
It's
cedar.
wood.
It's mountain juniper is what it is. Or
So it's like pollen.
Yeah.
Type
it's
of pollen.
not. It's not. They call it mountain cedar, but it's actually it's like ash juniper is actually what the tree is.
Okay.
That everyone here calls cedar, and everybody's allergic to it. I actually took a picture of. I'll send it to Patrick or who's in the control room.
Yeah, you said it to
Somebody.
Patrick out there.
Yeah.
You also pipe it to the... Oh, is that
That's
it?
it. Took it. Yeah. So that's a picture of the CVS drugstore here in Austin. That's the allergy section. Everything's normal, and that thing is just like ransacked. It was completely empty. They had nothing behind the counter. They had nothing on the shelves.
So you're saying that I can become allergic to that?
Listen. I've lived in Austin for 20 years. 15 years, I had no allergies, and I developed cedar allergies. And can you imagine him with allergies? That would be like, you get the hell out of town. Just leave. Move to Los Angeles.
Your nose.
Was that a nose joke?
Yeah, look,
It
it's
could
so
be.
big.
That was
Maybe that's why
irrelevant.
you don't get allergies. Like, you have a lot of bandwidth there.
Everyone was saying, because we went go-karting again and I came second, everyone on Twitter was saying that I was really in fifth, but my nose came in second.
Wow, that's rude.
Yeah.
We're actually planning something right now for an upcoming show of a season of a show that you guys star in.
Yeah,
And
Let's play.
that's
I
awesome.
have to get you headgear for
congratulations.
that, like boxing headgear. We've had legitimate discussions about your nose. Like, do we have to get you extra big headgear that comes out further?
Look, if my nose is going to get broken, come from the left of my face, because then you'll break
You
it
should
back
be looking
into
at
place.
me.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to punch me.
I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
But I got allergy shots last year where they gave me 6 shots every Friday for like 8 weeks. Like
Yeah, I remember that.
48 shots. I was fine until like the cedar sits at like whatever the reading is, like 500 cedars per whatever.
Obviously.
There's
There's
like
a
some
picture of
of
a fucking cedar tree.
Bloody Lord of the Rings. Look at that.
That's not smoke. That's pollen that comes off these goddamn
Holy
things.
shit.
How did they catch that picture at the right time?
Because it looks like that all the time.
What?
That's what it looks like. It's billowing smoke like that.
over the weekend, the fire department kept getting calls from people who said they saw smoke around Austin, and it was pollen. Like, it was just trees.
Shit.
Yeah, they were just trees that are fucking like
Stay
crazy.
indoors.
Yeah, it's like 500 parts per whatever is the normal reading, and it was 16,000 this weekend. And it like broke through my allergy shots. I was so arrogant about my allergy shots. Like, oh man, I'm not allergic to cedar anymore. Go get the shots. Quit being a baby. Because I have to admit, being allergic to a tree and a tree making you sick, I feel like the biggest pussy in the world. I honestly do. It's very emasculating.
Yeah.
It's like
It's-
going
it's
going
embarrassing.
outside is
Should be.
uncomfortable.
It is. It's embarrassing.
All the people in
The
Avatar would
wind's
laugh at
out
you.
there.
Yeah. Oh no. It's like I always said that was Superman. You realize that Superman is allergic to rocks from his own planet? That's essentially what kryptonite
Yeah, but
is.
we're allergic to rocks from our planet.
Are
But
we?
We're not Supermen, are we, Gavin?
Like uranium or something.
Uranus.
Are you saying that it's radioactive? It's
atomic
like-
bombs are just allergy bombs.
So literally every rock that lands from Krypton is a radioactive rock?
No, it's just kryptonite. It's not just bits of rock. There's like specific chunks of.
But apparently it's,
like,
it's
inner core of
frequent
his-
enough on his planet to where when it exploded, a lot of it landed on Earth or nearby from whatever how many galaxies away that Superman came.
yeah.
So if he lived on his own planet, he would have died like 2 minutes tops.
but everyone on this planet did die.
That is true. That is true. If he'd stuck around, he would have died of kryptonite and then blown up.
Why did
think
Krypton
kryptonite
blow
only-
up?
What?
Why did Krypton blow up?
It's,
like-
it's different things.
They mined it too much, didn't they?
Well, that's in the new movie. They mined it too much.
Is that not what happened in the original movie?
I think in the original 70s Superman, the way they interpreted that was that the sun went nova and blew it up or something like that.
So they were mining kryptonite, like they were mining the stuff they were allergic to out of the planet.
Well, I don't know if it actually hurt
Maybe
them
it's for
on
fuel.
Did it hurt him on Krypton, or is it only fuck up Superman because he's in the yellow sun?
Yeah,
Because that's what gives him his superpowers.
Someone on Twitter told me where the fuck Krypton blew up. Here we
So,
go.
I'm
Why
assuming it
did-
didn't fuck with them on the planet.
Why did Krypton explode?
But Superman
Blaine
is,
knows
in
a lot
fact-
about Superman, I'm being told.
Superman is, in fact,
surprise,
the Buster.
surprise.
Dude, it has a fucking knockout on Google when you look it up.
What the hell does that mean?
Like an official description.
Oh
Like you
my
don't have to click
God.
on anything.
Ooh.
Krypton exploded as a result of a highly unstable geological condition. As originally depicted, the entire civilization and race of Krypton perished in the explosion, except for one survivor. Spoiler: the baby Kal-El, who was placed in an escape rocket by his father Jor-El and sent to the planet Earth, where he grew up to be ... Like you don't know who the fuck
What?
that's gonna be. Guess
What?
who it was.
That's
That
like,
didn't
what if
tell us
that's
anything.
how you find out? You're like, fuck.
Oh, it's like a fucking spoiler.
Also, it's bullshit. There was a ton of people that made it off Krypton because they kept fucking popping up out of the woodwork.
No
Like,
shit,
this
they write that stuff in
asshole,
later all the
and
time,
that
right?
asshole showed up, and then he had his fucking cousin or whatever.
It apparently wasn't even a big deal that the planet blew up. They all just were on vacation anyway,
Yeah.
leaving the planet like it was no big deal.
Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone.
What?
They're in the Phantom Zone.
The three criminals. there.
Did you see Superman from this last year?
No, I still have not seen that movie.
It was an interesting Superman because it was the most they treated Superman like an alien. They essentially treated him as though he's an alien being. And it's like a first contact kind of a movie versus a superhero movie, honestly.
And they made him like a fisherman.
And he's a
He
fisherman.
had the fisherman look.
I
Super
would say he's a
fisherman.
crabber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a what do they do on Deadliest Catch? Is that
They
crab?
crab.
Yeah, they crab.
They crab.
So
And
I
the
did,
clam.
however, watch Her this past weekend.
Yes.
I've heard that was a good movie.
I was
The
not a
movie
fan.
it's a Spike Jonze movie starring Joaquin Phoenix. What's Joaquin's real name? Do you know?
I have no idea.
His name is Leaf Phoenix. He was
All
Leaf
right.
Phoenix. He was in Parenthood and brother of River Phoenix. And
one
he
of them
falls
died.
in love with
Yeah, River did.
he falls in love with an
OD.
OS
Right.
that it's a new AI driven OS that he installs in his computer and falls in love with it.
Yeah, which I thought that's a cool idea. An
It
AI
is a cool
OS.
idea.
Yeah. I don't know. I just found like it really dragged on, and some of the writing was just like so ham-fisted. Like the operating system is called Operating System 1, and the guy's name is Toomey. 2. I was like, oh, I get it. 1 and 2. It's fucking stupid.
Really,
That's his chance.
that's enough to make you not like the movie?
It's just so like heavy-handed. I felt like also there was no real conflict. It's like, oh, boo-hoo, the guy's a little sad, I guess, and isolated because he's getting a divorce.
It's a
And
little
he
bit
falls
internal.
in love with an operating system.
Yeah,
It's like-
that's a big conflict unto itself. He falls in love with a person with no body.
But
That's
then
like half
to
the conflict
it seems
in the
like
movie.
it's commonplace in that world. Like, oh yeah, so and so's falling in love with their operating system, or so
Statistically-
and so fell in love with their other friend's operating system.
Oh shit.
It's
Well, a
like,
lot of that stuff gets to be foreshadowing, though, too. A lot
How
of
did
that
they?
stuff does.
How did they shag?
Yeah, can they bang each other?
oh, that doesn't know. I thought that was a really they do.
Did he stick
That was
his
a really
Yeah.
awkward scene because the screen goes black. And I was never more aware of the people I was sitting next to than when you hear like Scarlett Johansson and Joaquin Phoenix like pretending to have
You know,
sex.
I'm almost upset that you said Scarlett Johansson because Scarlett Johansson is the voice of Samantha, the OS in
Yeah.
this. But I pegged the voice wrong. You never see Scarlett Johansson in a single frame of the film. And I didn't think it was her. I thought it was somebody else. And I have it locked in my head this character is another actress. And you can't help but associate that person's face with this voice once you think about it. And it's weird for me because after the movie ended, Ashley goes, I said, hey, did you recognize the voice? And I was about to say, it was Rashida Jones. And she goes, yeah, it was Scarlett Johansson. I go, oh, fuck, that was Scarlett Johansson. It's like I just realized like instantaneously I had the wrong person in my head the whole movie.
She has a very unique voice, that husky, deep, raspy voice.
Did you feel violated? Like you didn't know what happened? And you were
No.
just like, oh, everything's a lie.
No, it's just a
That
different
whole
actress.
movie was a lie.
No. Should I feel that way? I don't feel that way.
I don't know.
I just feel
it seemed
regular.
to hit you pretty hard.
No, it was a good movie. What hit me hard is this asshole immediately. I'm walking in. This movie, it was so well received by critics.
I admit I'm in the minority. I think on Rotten Tomatoes got like a 97% fresh.
Tim, who runs the Alamo, made a special introduction that he plays before other movies that says, we never do this, but you should go see the movie Her. It's like a challenge on the way you accept relationships and the way that you embrace technology. I think it's a great movie. I do think it's too long.
Yeah, it's definitely too long, but I feel like it's the type of movie that people think is more intellectual than it really is.
get the fuck
It's a
outta
very
here.
straightforward movie, but everyone's like, oh, the critics aren't going to get it because they don't know how to check their Hotmail or whatever. It's like critics are too dumb to understand how complex this movie is. The dude falls in love with an operating system. It's not a fucking complicated movie. It's like
There
the
is
same thing.
there's
It's like the
very
same thing with
complicated stuff
Inception,
in
where
it.
everyone's like, that movie's so complicated, I don't understand it. Super straightforward.
There are layers beneath the surface of that thing that are very complicated. In fact, there's so much foreshadowing in that movie. You don't realize you go back and see it later how much
Inception.
foreshadowing is. What's that? Nah,
God
not
damn
quite.
it.
Not quite. But just the way that she exists versus the way he exists.
Yeah.
It's, the way they tackle some of that
There
stuff.
were some moments I thought were really good. I think the best moment was she has a comment about living in the pauses between words.
That's pretty
And-
late in the movie.
And
Well,
like you start to wonder about like all the other things that a computer can
Yeah, but I
process
think
versus
you
a
would
human brain.
like it. We've had discussions like slow-mo versus regular time and things like that. Just the way that, there's different worlds that you can live in just based on like
Different speeds.
yeah, the phase in which you live, essentially, the time phase, the time base, essentially, that you're in. And a computer would be in a totally different one than a human being. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was definitely too long. Did you like other Spike Jonze movies?
What else has he done?
He did Where the Wild Things Are.
I never saw that.
Did you like? He did Being John Malkovich.
Oh, I love Being John Malkovich. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's he makes different movies. He just won Best Screenplay at the Golden Globes last night.
Yeah.
For Her.
Yeah.
So.
I admit that's a huge accomplishment, but I just find it hard to respect award shows when The Big Bang Theory consistently comes up for like best comedy and and
Why?
things like
What
that.
are you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
You know what
about
I'm
it?
saying? Thing's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: Did Her fall in that category for you? Did you reject it because it's like a Big Bang Theory, which according to Michael,
I don't think so. I didn't view it as like a technology movie or like a nerd movie or anything like that.
You're crazy. by the
But
way.
I mean,
That's
there
why
were things I did
your
like about it. I
analysis
thought it was a
really
very good look into the future.
Yeah, that was great.
Like kind of near future. I thought that was designed and a lot of that stuff was done really well. But also, it was painfully apparent that they did a lot of location shoots, but they tried to make it all seem like one place.
You're so
and
fucking,
it does not
you're-
fucking
you're-
fit.
You're picking this movie apart by the weirdest stuff.
So it's so jarring.
It
It's
is,
like
I admit that also took me out when he's in LA clearly, and landmarks in LA.
they say they're in LA.
and then suddenly he's in Asia. I thought it was Japan. You're saying it's Shanghai?
I think it was Shanghai.
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, why do they shoot in Asia?
It's just supposed to be a city of the future, so they mix Shanghai and Los Angeles for locations. And they don't tell you when they go back and forth between the
It's like the buildings are more illuminated and more crowded.
Oh, all right.
I tend to like movies where they show stuff from the near future and it's not fucking an apocalypse. Like there's no more gas or no more water or anything like that.
Dude, gas is a problem.
Yeah, let's talk about it, Michael.
Okay.
Gas is a little
We're
bit of a
running
problem.
out, okay? We had several wars.
You saw what happened to
we needed the
Krypton.
gas. What's that, Gavin? Nothing.
You saw what happened to Krypton.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'll
What do you think is the best movie for like future predictions, like near future stuff?
best movie.
This
for
one was
future-
really good.
Bicentennial
I want that
Man.
little device.
the
The
Ghost
one
in the
complaint
Shell.
I had was I felt the screen was too small on the device.
It would be a bigger device. He has like a little PDA that he carries around, and that's like her representation in the real world. But it's a little device that everybody has, but it's about that big. And the trend is now going the opposite direction, where things are getting bigger,
Yeah.
not getting smaller.
I don't know. That's a really hard question to answer. Do you have one in mind?
I thought oddly enough, even though like the premise of it is so far out from a sci-fi perspective, but Minority Report had a bunch of like really cool like little things in the future, like even down to like where the cereal boxes constantly sing and play ads to you and things, and you have to shake it to turn it off.
And
I
like
thought
billboards that look at you and talk to you. And
right, and are personalized for you. I love that kind of stuff.
they also had good vehicles. Remember iRobot did a lot with vehicles as well, whether they put an Audi logo on
They were
a car
round
with
cars.
balls. They were what?
Car with
round.
balls.
Yeah. Like cars had balls instead of wheels.
Would you drive it? Would you get in a car that drives itself?
Hell yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I get a car that drives itself every day.
What does that mean?
That must be nice.
Yeah.
Gavin's trying to make plans for a ride.
Well, Jeff's died, apparently.
going
he's
home
not
from
dead
work and then
yet.
coming to work.
What's wrong with Jeff?
So he's always like, "What's going on?"
His butthole's falling out or something.
Oh, good lord!
Thank you, Dr. Gavin, for
Was that the diagnosis?
That was my diagnosis.
That's your
Escaping anus.
So, on to jollier things. Did you see that San Diego Comic-Con has done away with 4-day or multi-day passes for the 2014
So you're saying
event?
multi-day passes have fallen out of San Diego Comic-Con the way that Jeff's asshole has fallen out
Yes,
of
that's
himself?
exactly what I'm
Is that
saying.
the segue you were looking for there?
Dude, everything's collapsing.
You can only buy day passes, and if you manage to buy every day pass when you're on site, then they'll convert it to like a 4-day pass.
What does that mean?
Why?
Like a collector set? And you can trade it in the badges for...
I guess like you have to every day you have to buy separately, and then only if you get all of them are you allowed to trade them in for. And there's the pricing for
Okay.
a
That is
full 4-day
cheap.
badge.
Isn't that the exact same thing as just buying the one pass before?
Yeah, but you have to buy them all. I guess like since you have to buy them all separately, they're trying to disperse the checkout procedure
okay.
to try to make them more available or try to make
Okay.
it harder. Or maybe also they don't want people buying a 4-day pass who aren't going to show up for all 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But so it's if you want to buy everything and preview night, it's $180 to go there, which is pretty fucking pricey.
Not worth it.
No, if you want to be in a room with 100,000 other people, great use of your money.
Well,
Comic-Con-
that's kind of interesting because I wonder what the impact that will have on the economy of San Diego as a whole. Because if people go to San Diego and they realize, well, I don't really want to go to San Diego Comic-Con all 3 days, and trust me, you really actually probably don't, then they're going to be like out and about. Like a lot of people travel very far to go to San Diego Comic-Con. It's not just San Diego locals that go to
Yeah.
that thing. So if they're not at the convention center, they're going to be going around somewhere else.
You know, I've asked wait staff at restaurants around the convention center. I was like, so, San Diego Comic-Con, is this like the busiest time of year for you? No, it's like, no. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, the people who come to San Diego Comic-Con just want to eat like the cheapest, fastest thing they can so they can stay at the convention as long as possible.
Yep.
It's like no one leaves and goes and sits down at a restaurant. They're like, much smaller events are much busier than this.
We're not going to name any names here, but one of the saddest things ever. Do you remember when we were like our second or third year at Comic-Con, and for 2 days in a row there was a 9-year-old kid who just got dropped off by his parents at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
2 days in a row, and he just like stood at our booth for 9 hours a day, and we just gave him stuff to do. It was just like
9 years old.
Yeah.
I want to say,
I think he was actually 8.
was he?
Yeah, and
I want to say he
we're
was
like-
older, but he looked so much.
We were like, what are you
younger.
doing? He's like, oh, my parents dropped me off. They're going to pick me up when the convention closes.
What?
We should have written on his head, "You are terrible parents," and then
Was
sent
he
him back
supposed to stay
Dick
like
butt.
just at the one booth or like what?
We never asked. We never asked.
He just got scared and held onto the table.
No, he just
He was
knew
there because
the
he wanted to
show.
see us.
Yeah, he knew the show. It was at that point mainly red versus blue, and he just hung out there the entire time. And we were like, we got to give this kid something to do. So we put him to work a little bit.
I think we did.
It probably isn't the best solution.
May have broken some child labor
Help this
laws.
kid out here.
No, look, we
Start selling T-shirts.
we found an unaccompanied minor and we put them to work.
Speaking
Gave
of
them labor.
Speaking of comics and that, I was thinking about Wolverine
Go ahead.
and like growing back and stuff. Is he circumcised?
It couldn't be.
Because it would grow back.
I would assume so.
So
Eventually.
has there ever been a female version of Wolverine with those powers?
You're about to get into a territory here
Yes.
that is super creepy, and I forget where this came up somewhere before.
Really? This has come up before?
It has.
I was
Like,
thinking of, I was
There's a
thinking
whole
of
discussion on the Ain't It Cool News. Go ahead. So you're saying a female version, what would happen?
the hymen
Her hymen would grow back.
every time.
There was a really super creepy discussion on Ain't It Cool News about somebody who would regenerate, and all the fan guys were very excited that she would regenerate her hymen every night. And I forget what the fuck it was. I'm gonna ask Eric right now.
You're right. That is super creepy.
It was
as
shit.
shit.
It's just the Ain't
That
It
is
Cool.
fucked up.
Harry Knowles talking about it was just like unbelievably just like.
What the fuck?
Well,
Wait, why would people be excited?
I
Yeah.
want to say Gavin just came up to the same conclusion himself, though.
yeah, but he's
I
not
was just-
excited about
I
it.
was,
He's
I was
like,
I
like,
think
oh,
he's a
I'd like
little
to break
excited
the
about it.
hymen once a night.
it's
That's
like a genuine sense of
everybody
curiosity
gets a
and
turn,
awe.
man.
of.
You know. So like the thing about Wolverine,
Matt is aiming me. Matt says it was about True Blood. Was it? Was it about True Blood? Yes, it was about True Blood. There's the redhead in True Blood, I think, who gets turned into a vampire in the show. Spoiler: she's from Krypton.
no, she's not.
No, I don't know. But it was about her, and it was like, yeah, he thought she was of the age, and she hadn't slept with anyone in the show, and there was speculation that because she hadn't slept with anybody on the show, that she was a virgin, and therefore she would regenerate her hymen. And he specifically went to that. It was like one of the creepiest things I've ever
Was
read
that Jessica?
online.
I think her name is.
I don't know.
I've never seen True Blood. They're in their
Me
final season,
neither.
right?
I'm not sure.
I think
I watched
I've
like the
heard
first
that.
4 seasons, and I kind of dropped off on it when I moved here.
Hmm.
Actually,
I am excited though. Game of Thrones season 4 trailer hit yesterday.
Oh, I know, man. Are you? How excited are you?
I'm fucking excited.
I
as hell.
believe I read on Twitter that you have now caught up on all the books.
Yes, I finished all the
so
books.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
so now
it's-
how far ahead are you from like the show? Like how many thousands of years is it going to take for the show to catch up to the book?
supposedly, from what I've heard, they're only gonna do 7 seasons of the show.
Really?
Yeah, that they've set a limit on that.
So is it going to like split off at any point from the books, like they do sometimes?
They're
or
going to
no?
have to end the show before the book.
Yeah, the show will end before the book.
Huh.
Because I mean, the
Interesting.
book 6 hasn't come out yet. There's only 5 books out, and it takes them a long time to write them.
Do you think he's contractually obligated to finish those books before they catch up with the show?
I don't know. I've read interviews where he says he feels like the show is now pressuring him to write at a faster pace.
Good.
It is.
Yeah, I think from the last I read was that he currently has like 1,000-page manuscript for book 6, and he's still writing it.
Yeah, you know, I was going to criticize the guy for how long he takes to write these books until I picked up an actual one of the physical books. I read everything digital on Kindle now, so you don't really know.
You have no idea.
You really
long
know how
the
big
book
it is. It's like this book is one of 85,000 is where you are in the book, and now you're at 10,000 of 85,000. But I picked up the book. It was a 1,300-page book.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's the biggest book you've ever read before that? That's got to be up there, right?
Yeah, that's up there. It might be like Kryptonomicon, which is a Neil Stevenson book. I think that was it. And that was like, I think that was like around 1,100, 1,200 pages.
Really get quiet and hear how nerdy that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
What-
it's bad enough
what
we're
do you
talking,
want me to say to
we're
that?
talking about books and he comes out with Krypton. What the fuck?
What's yours, Einstein? Fucking, you're making fun of me. You're the one asking. You're the one. Fucking Poindexter
you
over
read
here.
books.
Mine was
What's the thickest book you ever read, nerd?
Superman. But you went over the top of it. I think my biggest one before that was probably, it was either Stephen King's It or Stephen King The Stand, whichever one's bigger.
I think the stand
Get
is...
your finger out of your beard.
Mine was
Get it out of there.
thanks for looking out for me. Mine was Monster Blood by R.L. Stein.
Oh yeah.
What
Nice.
is Monster
Goosebumps?
Blood?
Goosebumps.
I was making a joke.
You're listening to the Game
Nah,
of Thrones
he was
audiobook.
serious.
It's true. And I'm reading the book when I'm not listening to it.
Do you read the book along with the audiobook?
That's
No, I do one or
crazy.
the other, but I do take the book with me on planes. But sometimes I just get sick of reading, so I'll just switch into my ears and shut my eyes for a bit.
That makes sense to me.
Watching the show at the same time on your iPad. Here, let me read this thing here. I want to remind everyone, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by...
You know what I'd watch on Hulu Plus right now?
What's that?
SNL. I would go back and watch all the SNLs they have. They have Amy Poehler and Tina Fey as the news team because they were so fucking funny on the Golden Globes last night. People always get on Twitter and they bitch about like when an award ceremony's going on, like, oh, this fucking shit. Oh, the VMAs are terrible. Oh, this is awful. What is with this show? Award shows are fucking terrible. They are one of the worst things you can subject yourself to. And if you get a halfway decent host who makes it semi-enjoyable, that's amazing. And the opening monologue by Tina Fey and Amy Poehler last night was incredibly funny.
It was really good.
Did you like
Really
it when
funny.
Gervais did it?
I don't remember.
When he
It just doesn't
insulted everyone?
stick. None of it sticks.
Yeah, I remember that.
The
But I would totally go on Hulu Plus and watch all their Saturday Night Lives because they were so damn funny as the news team on Saturday Night Live.
yeah.
Who left first?
I feel like they even like kind of introduced themselves like
Tina
that.
Fey, I think.
She
Yeah,
must
Tina
have,
Fey
right?
did leave first.
She was the head writer for. That's a very prestigious job over at Saturday Night Live. Conan O'Brien used to be the head writer.
Oh, was he?
Who?
Conan O'Brien. Have you heard of this guy?
I knew he wrote some Simpsons episodes. I didn't realize that he wrote on SNL
I
as well.
believe he was the head writer for The Simpsons as well.
Yeah, he did one of my favorite episodes that I cannot remember right now.
The monorail one.
That monorail. Yeah.
That was the one. I think that's
a
the
good
one you liked.
Yeah. Jim Carrey also had a good joke about Shia LaBeouf during the award show last night.
Why? What did he do?
He said, people always say that death is easy, comedy is hard. Or that's what Shia LaBeouf says.
I don't know.
Who said that? Jim Carrey said that?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was doing what? Hosting?
He
Or-
came in to like present an award.
That's the worst. That's the worst job in the world.
Yeah.
Presenting an award.
Did you see when they got the teleprompter fucked up for Jonah Hill and I don't remember the woman's name?
Did
And
he
they
do a
just like
Michael Bay?
stood there staring at the screen. He's like, all right, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to pull it in here. They totally don't have the right thing on the prompter. This is for the next presenters. So I really don't know what we're going to do. And then like this hand comes from off screen, just hands them a paper. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I guess we're doing this.
Yeah. Well, it's tough. You got to read a list of names. Did we ever talk about the Michael Bay thing where he locked up?
Yeah.
God.
I can totally understand that.
That was weird, man.
Yeah.
That was just bizarre.
Well, listen, it's a deal where you've appeared on camera. You're one of the few people I know that can you could turn on a mic. You could go for probably
Too long.
If I said Michael, you got to fill an hour in front of a mic on stage. Like just you got to fill an hour. Would that be frightening to you, or would you say I could probably do
I
that?
feel bad for the audience, but that's what I would say.
It's an impressive skill.
I
though.
would say that. I would
You
be
could.
like, oh boy.
Michael could totally do it, right?
Like I watch some of the full plays, and I just try and think about how long could I go. Maybe 4 minutes, and then I'd be like, all right, so we're just playing now.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's say there's like an event, say at RTX.
Yeah.
It's an audience you know. It's going to be about 5,000 people in the audience. Hey, Michael, we need you to get up there and talk for like a minute. Or you got to get up and talk for 15 minutes. Which one of those is harder to you?
You know, I don't know what the hell I would say in a minute.
Yeah.
I need
you-
more time, man.
Yeah, you need more time.
gotta get
exactly.
going.
Most people, if they have to do a minute in front of 5,000 people, they're scared shitless. They'll know every single word of it. But it's like a guy like Michael Bay, he gets up there, he has no experience in front of an audience.
Yeah.
He's one of those people. I remember the first time I got involved with public speaking, and it's not something that you normally do. He might have done interviews and stuff like that, but just because he works with performers doesn't mean that's just going to rub off on him naturally. That's a tough fucking deal. And it's funny because all the conciliatory tweets I saw or like comments about it were all coming from performers going, yeah, don't hold the guy accountable. It's like the prompter stopped. What's he going to do? Michael Bay's going to get up there and vamp
He's gonna vamp about a Samsung TV
about
that
the
curves.
technology. That's like Jonah Hill. It's like, I've got to say 5 names. I don't know the names.
Right.
I would rather sit here and look like an idiot than start mentioning random people.
He's like, that guy and
That
those
guy
people
probably needs an award. Give it to that guy.
Yeah, who knows?
fuck
You might
that.
not even know the category. They'll be like, oh shit, what was the category again?
Yeah.
Who knows? You depend on the fact that the prompter's gonna be there. I was impressed at how quickly they handed them a paper script.
They probably have it as backup.
Right. I mean, obviously they did, but it was like that was fast.
I just thought maybe Michael Bay would have some like pocket explosions ready or something. Like, shit, I'm stuck, and he just pulls something out of his pocket, starts blowing shit up.
Throws
No,
it
they
down.
add it in
That'd be
post.
awesome. Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll make that. You know?
When he walks off stage, he's like, all right. He just walks off, and the stage blows up behind him.
Bikini girls show up. That's it. That's it. Actually, I'm looking it up. I don't know that Conan O'Brien was head writer.
Okay.
I thought he was head writer of Saturday Night Live. I don't see him listed as head writer, but he was a writer for Saturday Night Live.
He was there.
He was there.
He was on the set.
He worked there.
So I had a mini tragedy this morning.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Do we have to pour one out?
Yeah. So Gavin and I have mentioned this before. We go swimmies in the summer because it's great.
And you're invited, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay,
Gus
good.
is invited. Okay, so you've heard about
Yay.
this. And I mean, Bernie, you can come too. You know, such a busy.
I'm sitting right here.
Oh my God!
no, because
Everybody's invited. Okay.
It was because of his New Year's resolution that I mentioned that.
Jeez.
What's that?
Because he should go outside more. I was like, and that was what I was referenced to.
All right.
Yes.
You okay?
I'll be fine.
So I've mentioned this. I make a delicious drink called Riot Punch, where it's just vanilla vodka and Sunny D and ice. And I bought.
Am I allowed to know the recipe? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Well, I just told you what it was,
Glad to
Bernie.
know.
So obviously you know.
Yeah,
God,
good. I just wanna be
didn't
sure
know
you
I
might
didn't
have
know were
slipped
gonna
up and let the
sulk
fucking
here.
secrets out.
Okay. I didn't know
Sounds
you were
like someone's
sulk.
been drinking Riot Punch.
Yeah,
Just
I know,
get a bit,
right?
Get a bit fighty.
If that's true, you won't remember this tomorrow. The average of the blackout percentage for Riot Punch is about 85%. So
Makes you very fighty in wrestling.
I just bought like one of those tea containers from Walmart where it just has the little fucking nozzle at the end.
Spigot.
Oh yeah.
And then when it gets low, you can just take the top off and pour it in. So we use that for all the Riot Punch, and Gavin nicknamed it the baby, and he always carries it every time we go because
Carry the baby.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason I call it baby, it has a handle, but it's like really weedy, thin plastic, and I never trust it, and I don't want to drop it and spill delicious
yeah,
Riot Punch.
just like a baby.
Right,
Just like a baby.
No, like a
That's
baby.
why you call it the baby.
So-
Okay.
from the bottom.
the reason I call
I
it
hate
ba-
the fucking the handles that babies have, Gus. Those shitty handles. I can
Let
totally
me
relate to
When the
that.
adult handle grows in.
Smart dude.
Bernie's full of the vinegar. in the
Smart
last few
fucking
minutes,
dude,
man.
Yeah. Let's,
Anyway, I don't trust the handle because it might break. So I
Just like a
hold
baby
it-
handle.
So I hold it like,
the head
a
just
baby.
comes off.
I see. Okay.
I hold it, I caress it.
So
Baby.
By the way, if I ever hand you a baby, don't hold it like this. I don't know what this is.
And don't start caressing it.
What is this?
also,
No,
don't,
you support
also
under
don't
his
drink
arse,
out of it.
and you support the back and the ass like this, don't you?
You're doing this with your. You're
Wait, what are you doing there?
doing this. I don't know what this is.
You all right? You okay?
Yeah, it's in bubbles.
So a few weeks ago, I was sick and I wanted to make a tea. Now, maybe I'm crazy, but there's a difference to me between like normal tea you make hot tea, and then you cool it, like put it in the fridge or something,
Yeah.
and iced tea. It's
Of
two
course.
different things.
Of
Like,
course.
powdered iced tea. So I grabbed the plastic cup from my cabinet. I'm like, this will probably work. I made tea. I poured it in. It all worked. Put it in the fridge. Whatever. I did
Hot
it like
tea?
Yeah, hot tea. Cooled off. Did it like 3 or 4 times. So today, I'm like, I'm gonna do that again, right? And I'm like, fuck, but I want to make a lot of tea.
Uh-oh.
So I'll put it in the fucking thing, in the baby. And so I make it, I put the tea in the kettle, the steam starts coming out, I grab it. And a friend of mine, Andrew, is in town and he's over and he's like, I don't think you should do that. I don't think it's not gonna like melt the baby. And I was like, nah, it's fine. I did it like 2 weeks ago. So I pour the fucking water in and like I pour in a little bit. I lift it up. I'm like, that looks all right. And Lindsay's sitting across the room. She's like, oh, the whole bottom is fucking melting like inside of itself. It completely imploded on itself. And this is what happened after I fucking had one kettle.
God.
What?
So I started pouring water on it, and it completely just absorbed itself and just melted the plastic.
It ate itself like babies are wont
So
to
I
do.
just decided, well, I might as well keep going because I already ruined it. So I just kept pouring the water on it until it fucking clumped into like this tiny little ball. It's like barely the size of a baseball. So I completely murdered the baby.
we
With
should
like a
compare
spigot
that.
somewhere in the middle of it.
We
Look
should
at this
compare
thing.
that to a
What's
picture of me holding the baby when it was alive. Because
When it was alive.
Yeah, there's tons of photographic evidence of the baby in its prime.
You should never have
think
a
Burnie
child.
wants to see the
Yeah, let me
baby.
see this thing.
So the other day,
Lord.
the dishwasher was running in the kitchen, and John Reisinger was going to get some water.
The rice mongler.
So it was the dishwasher was in the drying cycle. You know, the wash is over. It's just like heating everything up to cool it down. So he opened up the dishwasher. He pulled out a glass, then went over to the fridge and put the cold water in it.
Oh, wow.
And then held onto it. And as he was holding it, it literally just exploded in his hand from like the change in
Is he
temperature. And he survived somehow. The explosion went out away from him.
Shit.
But
His
it was
hymen grew back.
Like he was just standing there. And then everyone in the kitchen was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I blew up that
He's
glass
he's
with my mind.
That's exactly what he said. The hot and cold, man. You got to be careful.
You do.
You got to do it all in moderation.
Dude, did you ever see the first Fantastic Four movie? That's how they got him.
I missed it. I'm sad to say
You
I
never-
missed
you
that
never
movie.
seen that?
Doom?
Yeah, Doom. They fucking what did they do? They like melted him
In a baby?
and then hit him with a
They freeze him way down and they crack him with
yeah,
fire.
they did one or the other. There
I
was
do
one
that.
temperature followed by another temperature.
I do that shit in Mass Effect all the time.
That movie was not good.
Well, you freeze people and
I use
smash them.
cryo bullets, and then
Yeah.
I use my Inferno.
I use heat bullets.
I don't think I have heat bullets.
I think I use cryo all the time.
I have.
Oh, what
Cryo's
am I
awesome because they fucking freeze and then they tip and fall over. It's fucking funny every single time. I laugh every time it happens.
Every time someone just topples.
Yeah, they're just like a statue and they just go ka-dunk, 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 and you can walk up and shatter them or hit them with your fucking
So
Inferno.
if you hit them like mid-flip, like the acrobatic ones, do they just go like
I don't know. It's a good question.
the phantoms?
Because they tend to like, you shoot them a couple times and then they kind of freeze slowly.
Mm.
Like they'll be running away. So you can catch them like mid-run and then they fall over. I love that game. I'm in the middle of an insanity run right now.
The first one or which one?
Mass Effect 3. If I finish Mass Effect 3 and I got some pretty shitty achievements left, I got like 6 left, but they're all bullshit. If I finish it, it'll be the only franchise that I've 100%ed all the games in it, including all the DLC. Halo, it's like I do great when they release it, and then they always put out DLC and they put out
Yeah.
some fucking bullshit achievement I'm never gonna get, like get a perfection medal. Who's gonna do that?
I got it.
Did you get it for real?
No.
Okay. See, nobody does. 15 kills and no deaths.
The only one I got was the whole of Halo 3 I did legit.
The whole of Halo.
I
3
thought we
did
had some
it.
questions about the legitimacy of your Halo.
You
3
can question my overkill
achievements.
as much as you want, but it was
Wasn't your
top.
step and razor that was fucked up?
Nope.
I don't know. I remember there being some controversy about
There was some
this.
suspicions about my overkill because I did it with a hammer, and everyone thought they were just
suspicions.
not shooting me. But
I got my overkill with the oddball.
oh yeah,
Remember? Yeah. That was a
Jesus.
bitch. That was my
Yeah.
last achievement for the initial 1,000. And I got it in a king. Oh, no, it was just an oddball game, but I think there was only 5 players in the playlist at the time. So you had to kill every single person in the game.
yeah.
And somebody dropped a bubble shield. Guy dropped a bubble shield with the oddball. I said, fuck it, ran in there, killed him, picked up the oddball, then got a triple kill with the oddball. I was pretty excited about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There was
Touched myself afterwards.
there was an early video of Halo 3 where the bubble shields rolled.
Really?
I think it was when they were showing off the save film thing. Someone dropped a bubble shield, but it was like a power drain thing. Remember that nobody used, the power drainer that
I think
messed
so.
the
I
radar.
remember,
Shit
I
out
remember
of
the
that.
power train.
But it did a bubble, but it would roll downhill, so you could like run inside the bubble. It looked
Well,
really
the
cool.
first time we ever played Halo, the original Halo at the E3 2001, you could get in the cars with other people. Like you could shoot the enemy. Like you could get in the passenger seat and just sit there and shoot the guy driving the Warthog. And I know that was definitely gone by the time the
Yeah.
game came out. So it's just probably little stuff like that.
It got to the point where you couldn't even get in the same car as someone who was on the other team.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not even in the gunner seat or anything. But it would be cool if you could roll a
How did
Bubble
Griffin
shield.
Simmons do it?
if you could roll a bubble shield
Well, he
down a
just
hill.
stood in the back. But he wasn't actually in it.
No, they
that's-
split
that's
screen
wrong.
it.
Split screened it.
that too. You know,
One or the
whatever.
other.
You got options.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the demo that came out of it came out of CES, I guess? Some game announcements were made, and there was a demo that somebody put out, which was a forced perspective game where they took stuff. It's going to be so hard to explain. We'll put a link to it up, but it's like they pick up a piece from the screen, and if it's far away, it's small, and then it's that big, and they put it down like on the table next to you. And then if you take that same chess piece and you pick it up and you set it down in the world out there, it's that big on the screen, but then you walk towards it, it gets huge. So it's like almost like Portal, like the way you play with dimensions and space.
So
that
you
way,
like solve puzzles that way.
yeah, and you could like make tiers to walk up.
That
and things
sounds
like that.
cool.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It reminded me a lot of the game. It's called Tag, which is the game that the paint is based on in Portal. Basically, it was a guy's thesis. It was a group, they made a student project where they had a paint gun and they would paint the walls and you could like jump off the paint or speed up through the paint. And essentially Valve just said, "Oh, that's cool. We'll buy them and buy their game," and then they incorporated it into Portal 2.
Every comment on my latest video, because I did that hydrophobic, non-wettable surface, everyone says it looks like the goo from Portal.
The gel.
Yeah, the gels. Just the way they kind of ball together.
Mm-hmm.
Portal's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Like Michael just jumps right in there.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
You know.
Fucking
Portal 2 is one of my favorite games ever.
Agreed.
Portal 2 was great because I think everyone's expectations were really high and it was better than everyone's expectations. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
I think originally
it was phenomenal.
From that paint game, there was originally going to be a type of goo that let you walk on it, but they took it out because it was so disorientating.
What do you mean?
Like you could make bridges and stuff?
No, you
walk
could
up the walls.
you could walk up on the walls and the
Oh.
ceilings, and you just stick to it. But that was apparently like way too much.
It's too much.
I-
Portal
I-
3.
I can agree with that because there's a gun or an effect that happens like that in that game. Prey. It's a weird Xbox 360 title.
Yeah, that's either a launch title or very close to a launch
It
title.
wasn't a launch
It wasn't
title, but
launch.
yeah,
It was
the early
really.
one.
It was like first year.
And you flip around the perspective all the time in the game. It's super disorienting. I couldn't fucking stand it. Like you'd walk like towards something, it would curve up, and then you'd be walking up, and then it curve back, and you're walking upside down now, and it's just like I hate it. I couldn't stand it. It's called Tag the Power of Paint. You can actually download that game for free. Came out in 2009.
The price is right. Man, I've been playing a lot of like small downloadable games on Steam lately. It's like, I guess with the Steam sale, just buying a bunch of cheap games and playing them. I'm enjoying it.
Like what?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
is
like-
this a good time to preface what we're doing on the patch this week?
So this week on the patch, we're going to talk about our best games of the year for 2013.
Yep.
And we have a lot to argue about.
Yes,
So
we do.
You can get a little teaser of the argument here if you want the full experience. We're live streaming that on Wednesday. Audio and video released on Thursday. So examples are like Papers, Please, Gone Home, Brothers.
You playing Goddess?
I haven't played Goddess yet. Should I play that?
No, I haven't played it yet
Oh,
either.
okay.
I just downloaded it.
I also played Starbound. I keep getting told I need to play Risk of Rain. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Starbound's pretty fun.
It doesn't grab me.
Did you play Terraria?
No.
Okay.
And that's what everyone always says.
Well, it's the same developer. Like one part of the development team went off and made Starbound.
Mm.
Did you like Minecraft?
Yeah, I like Minecraft. I think the problem I suffer with Starbound is it's still too early access. There's not enough tutorial, and the tutorial that is there is awful. It's like it just needs to be fleshed out better.
I get that. It really does not tell you what the hell you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I have
There's
no
like
idea.
tiny little quest descriptions that you do. It's like 2 sentences, like just build this. It's like, how the fuck do I build that?
Yeah.
You know.
It really just throws you in. You just got to figure it out.
Well, Gary's mod is like that though.
Minecraft was like that. The original Minecraft on PC.
Like, what have you ever done in Gary's mod? I've put 4 wheels on a couch with a rocket on the back. That's all I've ever made.
I made a pallet and loaded up with balloons and flew it away with a dude on it.
Yeah, I just can't do anything in that game that's creative.
The people who do stuff in the game are fucking amazing, though.
Have you ever messed around, Michael?
Nope.
Gary's mod? No.
Is it
My-
on the Xbox?
My favorite thing about Gary's mod is the my specialize, that video, my brand.
That you like that?
I love that.
A lot of silly videos
cracks
that
me
come
up
out
all
of
the
Gary's
time.
mod. A lot of very silly ones. There was like, especially after Left 4 Dead came out, that Pills Please sound clip was used about 1,000 fucking times. It drove me insane. But isn't Gary's mod kind of giving way to Source Filmmaker now? Is anybody using Source Filmmaker?
I don't know how do you even
Does Source Film?
Is it free?
You download like a tool. It's weird. In Steam, there's a whole section for tools, and the only thing I have in there is Source Filmmaker. And that's it. I don't know what else would go in tools. Gary's mod is listed as a game.
Picture of you?
Whoa, take it easy.
Wow.
Does Source
Fucking
Film?
sitting here in a fucking
dude.
podcast.
Does Source Filmmaker work on all games, or is it just on all Source games, or is it just like particular?
It's
ones?
anything that you could use Hammer on previously. So anything that's based on the Source engine, I assume.
Okay.
Hence the name Source Filmmaker,
Yeah, but when it launched, it was only locked down to one game.
and not Crytek Filmmaker. Are you mad at me?
Yes. Fucking smartass.
You asked me a fucking question. I'm giving
I
you
asked
the
you. I
information.
asked you a
Don't get
serious
mad at
question.
me.
I know
Guys,
it's a Source
please.
filmmaker.
Please.
It was
Cool.
restricted to one
Hey,
game
teacher,
initially.
What's the answer to this question? Here's the answer.
What was it?
Are you gonna listen, or are
Bitch.
you just gonna fucking talk nonsense?
Krypton
I'm
Colonic?
not
What
talking
was that
about
book?
this fucking knowledge.
Nonsense.
If you're lucky, it'll be a test later. Get a little fucking diploma from me. If you're lucky.
All right then.
All right, guys, I'm making drinks at my apartment afterwards. You should come over.
Yeah, we can drink it out of a fucking melted cup, apparently.
No, I got a blender, man. Don't worry about it.
can drink it out of the blender.
Hey, were you the last person to leave my New Year's party?
No, I don't think so.
I think you were. I don't know. I'm asking you legitimately. Were you? Because I don't know.
I was one of the last few people. Yeah, why?
Yeah, you can't stay that late at my parties anymore. I don't want you. It's too much.
Yeah?
I'm like great up until a certain point, and then I'm just like.
What time was it?
It was well after you were gone.
Yeah, I know.
It was at least one.
At least
if not
one.
later.
And I remember talking with Michael and Lindsay, and then
You didn't-
I got nothing, dude.
You weren't missing a bunch of stuff, were you? Because it wasn't me.
No, I wasn't missing
Okay.
anything.
All right.
There was some obscene drawings on the chalkboard.
What's the
wall.
proper etiquette on
Most
that?
of that was Barbara, to be
What, on
fair.
theft?
She's horrible.
No,
Yeah, she's the worst.
She's a terrible person.
when someone stays like really late at a party, you're trying to get rid of them.
No, I'm not saying he stayed too late.
No, I'm just saying like
I'm just saying he's got to get out early just
Dear-
for my own.
Say we're going to
ready.
bed,
it
get
was
out.
good,
for
man.
my own health.
That-
I'll
that's
watch
the best way to
until
do
you
it?
drop. It was entertaining as shit. You were bouncing off the walls,
we
man.
had fun.
Yeah.
I don't even remember New Year's.
Yeah, you left like a punk. You left at like 12:30, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a stupid face. That's fine.
We're in a long distance relationship. Got a
Then
We
Yeah.
had even more fun.
How
as
long-
you
I had to
left.
go and begin the year.
The fun got escalated when you left.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like Gavin's gone. Let's have real fun.
Let's go back to the fart
bollocks.
question from earlier today. So you're in a long distance relationship. So I think that kind of heightens like the time you're together. It's like more intense. Like we got to get this fucking relationship going, otherwise she'll figure out who you are, or something like that. So are you at the point now where with your girlfriend where you can fart in front of your girlfriend?
Nope.
Do you
Really?
when you go stay the weekend
I
at
heard
her
different.
house? If that happens, do you poop there?
Well,
Do you poop there? I'm
are
asking
you asking me if I hold in a poo for 5 days?
Or go somewhere else.
Or, like, you go
to
somewhere else.
McDonald's.
Oh, it's a good idea.
So he
Well,
hasn't thought of it yet.
That's an incredibly private and intimate section of my life.
if
Wow,
I
says
okay.
Gavin free for the first time
That's your
ever.
New Year's resolution. He's trying to be more private with his life, not letting other people fucking drag it out. Apparently.
Thanks for bringing it up, though.
Oh, no
Yeah.
problem.
didn't you just post a fucking kissy face
Ah,
photo
he's
the other
full of
day?
shit.
No.
Yeah, you did. He did on his personal Facebook. Though.
You absolutely did.
On Facebook, where 200 people can see it.
His
Gus
personal
saw it.
Facebook.
I saw it.
And it wasn't
And
kissy.
I thought, gross. To be honest. It's
You
uncalled
post.
for.
You've gotten way more lovey-dovey. You're always posting stuff with your wife.
I don't post shit.
I see pictures of you guys together.
My
having a
wife
good
might
time.
post stuff.
I've seen pictures of
I don't
you.
post a goddamn thing.
Let's not do
I've
that.
seen that. You got a wife.
Also, why are you looking through my photos? You weren't tagged in it.
Oh,
I wasn't.
dude,
I was all
Gavin's
kissy
getting
with you.
defensive.
People have a fucking newsfeed. I saw it too.
Yeah, it was on the newsfeed. Do you know how it works?
It says Gavin.
Do you
Free-
look at your feed on Facebook?
What are you doing looking at your own feed, Gus? Mind your own goddamn business,
'Cause
okay?
it says Gavin Free. You posted
Funny
like
looking
5 new
bitch.
photos of
I
member
posted
search.
like 30.
And
You
you're
had
like-
to look through every single one.
Now,
there
dare
there
you.
were photos of me.
There was one of you.
So I was like, oh, I wonder what else there
Gavin.
is. There was a photo of me. It
Don't
literally
post
said,
them on Facebook,
Gavin Free
asshole.
had
I know you're
posted a
posting
photo of
photos
you.
on Facebook
I
and you're upset
looked,
people look at
and
them.
then
Why
there's
are you
another
looking at
photo,
them?
It's
and
not-
I looked at it.
It's not a public photo. It was
It's
just.
on
wait,
Facebook.
It's obviously public if he fucking saw
It's
it.
not public.
Well, he's in my inner circle.
You brought it up.
Don't be talking about it, Gus.
I'm in
Shut
your inner
up.
circle. They got tagged in the photo
have-
next to the photo I'm talking about.
In the
Were
2
they side by
years-
side?
No, they weren't. But
In the 2
Oh,
years
you got a
I've
little
known
scroll.
they were
Gavin,
pretty close.
I've never seen him squirm more than recently.
Gavin is all the time. He's always like throwing stuff out there. Like he'll ask you if you do something, and then when you say you do it, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Then he does the exact same thing himself immediately,
at
or
that
accuse
face.
you of being
Look
an
at that
idiot for doing
face.
something that you do. let me tell you something. I'll take it away from your relationship. I'm such a good boyfriend. When I share a hotel room with somebody, I do not poop in the hotel room. I poop in the lobby.
There's an animated
do.
adventure that goes
Yeah, I don't give a
directly against that.
Yeah,
Who told that story?
You dumped it in the shower.
You
Who told that
dumped
story?
in the bathroom while
You were
Joel was
there,
taking a
too.
shower.
I would. First of all, that's so obscene. I would never do that.
It's animated. It's
just
gotta be true.
Based
It's
on
real,
what I
dude.
said just now, that could not possibly be true. Just based on what I said just now, you know that can't be true. You know Joel's a fucking liar. Joel's a liar.
So when do you poop at home?
I go to the lobby of the hotel.
At home?
At home.
You have a lobby.
There's a new nearby hotel. I go to the
Mr.
lobby
Big
of the
Dollar.
nearby hotel. No, I have
You
many
got a big
bathrooms in my
backyard.
house.
So, okay, you're both woken up. It's the morning. It's the bedroom.
Go ahead.
You need a twosing.
Yes.
You go downstairs?
I'm told from an anonymous viewer that he has his own pooping bathroom.
I do. I do. Do you want to discuss
Thank
it?
you,
Go
anonymous
ahead.
viewer.
Discuss it if you want to.
Get on the TV. Let's talk about
I have
poo.
there's a bathroom that is downstairs that I use exclusively for pooping.
See, I get
it's
that.
true.
You know, I've never understood. You get like when people live together and they have like a lame like ensuite and all that. They have two sinks.
Yeah.
Why not 2 toilets next to each other?
That's true. Also, I've seen toilet seats are designed where they're like
Like twin?
it's like a twin. They face each other like this.
Why?
Gross.
Like a
No.
love seat.
I want to
No,
watch you drop
no.
a
Look
deuce.
it up. I'll look it up.
Is that the love toilet from
the
SNL?
thing
Because that
is-
was a skit.
Oh, is it?
Here's the
Okay.
thing about that, Gavin.
Yeah.
2 people can both use the sink at the same time. I think that's pretty normal. If like one's brushing their teeth, the other's getting their hair ready or whatever. It's kind of weird for 2 people to shit next to each other.
I
Is
will
it
say-
though?
I
Yeah,
I
I
have
think it
no
is.
problem farting in front of my wife. I will not shit. Like if she's around, like in the same bathroom.
Yeah.
You would take a shower together.
Yeah.
That's not really shitting though.
I will
It's kinda
not
different.
squeeze waste out of my asshole.
I'm with you, Gus. I'm with you.
Right there.
Ernie's showing
What the
something.
what is that?
Look, it's a thing.
What's the point of that little wall?
Bernie, I think I
Because
should go. I've
That's
been here
for
too long.
that's for privacy.
What happened to your white balance?
Oh yeah, what my white balance just got fucked up all of a sudden. there.
I don't have my own pooping bathroom.
Because you live in an apartment. It's
I
tougher.
do. Yeah, but we
When you live in an apartment, the whole apartment's the toilet, basically.
No,
I
our
mean, it's like
apartment's pretty
you can't hide.
classy.
You can't hide that stuff.
No,
that
well,
little fan doesn't
we,
do shit.
we do have 2 bathrooms at least, and I will grant the common courtesy if I wake up in the morning, I'll just poop in the not master bathroom. So
There's
when
the love
she
toilet.
has to go like get ready in the morning, there's not like poop in the air.
Thank you.
It is nice
You're a good dude.
that I can go
Once
dump
again,
somewhere else.
I would marry you.
Yeah,
You're thoughtful.
dude, fucking
So-
fight it out with Lindsay.
Do you get scared if you're at the office and you lay an absolute
Scared.
stink log, and then do you do the thing where you kind of like see who's outside the toilet?
Never. I don't care at work.
No,
Nah,
right.
that ship
He
sailed.
fucking throws it up in the air at work.
That ship is sailed.
it's like a chimp.
They throw their poop, man.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's a little different, though. It's a
Why?
little different. I don't know. It's different. It's just, I can't. I mean, I went through a period of time, like way late in life, where I didn't want to poop in public. I'd wait to go home to poop.
Does
Lately,
Wolverine-
we've had a
That's
problem
normal.
with people using the bathrooms here and just like leaving streaks all in the bowl.
We've really digressed in this conversation.
No,
at this
I'm
point.
with Gus. We should keep this going.
I don't know
Fucking
what's
clean
going
up after
on.
How's this
yourself.
a
If people are
Wolverine
eating too
gaming
much
podcast?
fiber or what, but I mean, toilets are getting destroyed at Rooster Teeth in a big way.
We buy all the proper tools and utensils that are needed.
Yeah.
Right there.
People
know
don't
how-
use them though.
You know
People
how
use-
waves like erode a cliff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does poo erode a toilet?
No.
No,
It doesn't?
but your pee can erode the poo. Well,
Yeah.
if there's streaks, first step, if like you walk in and there's somebody else's streaks, it's like, God damn it.
I
you know,
leave.
somebody didn't clean up. No.
No,
leave.
there have been opportunities where there have been streaks in all the toilets.
First step I'll do is if I'm gonna pee or whatever, I'll pee anyway, and I'll try and pee the streaks away.
Good man.
Because that's a poop chipper.
That's a gentleman.
Yeah, that's what you should try and do. And then if that doesn't work, then you got to use the wand.
The one.
But sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's- that's
yeah, like
kind
the
of-
I
toilet
was
wand.
trying to
brush.
do an ad
Yeah, the
read,
brush.
but I don't think I can segue from that.
Yeah.
to talking
Here's how
about
you segue. Be a real American hero and pee the poop away.
There you go. I want that on a
Yeah,
shirt.
Today's episode
Come
is
from the
brought
guy
to
who
you by-
punches his feces down the bowl.
Yeah, coming from the guy who cleared the fucking toilet.
You did your
Exactly.
duty.
You're welcome.
You did your duty. Then you did your duty.
Does Wolverine's poo grow back?
Why
does
would
that
poo grow
mean?
back?
Not
That doesn't
the
even make
same thing.
sense. Poo's not a part of him.
It came from him.
Could Wolverine starve to
It came
death?
from the food, though.
Could he starve to death? Does he need to
Uh,
eat? Because if his muscles atrophy, wouldn't he just grow his muscles back?
But what does he need? Fuel? Does he need food in order to fuel the regeneration?
I'm just
Does he
asking her.
regrow a limb?
Well, I mean, there's not
so.
enough food in his
Yeah.
body to completely regrow an arm, like Gavin is saying.
Yeah,
That's
but maybe
got-
he eats a big steak. He's like he takes like the 72-ounce steak. eating
one-handed?
challenge. Yeah,
One
he's
hand-
got the claws. He's like. "Grr, grr, 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 grr."
So if you shot,
It's easy for him.
so if you shot out Wolverine's stomach, that's it. He's dead because he can't eat anything. So then he can't grow back his
But
stomach.
it's yeah. You would have to hope he like has enough fat reserve to like grow a stomach.
Like he'd like take out a lung in order to grow back.
So
his
if he
stomach.
pulled
Probably
out,
like suck it out of his thigh.
yeah,
And just like
how
it
do
would,
you
like,
kill the
move
guy?
up.
Because could he, if
You
he pulled out,
blast his face off.
if he pulled
You
his
get it
heart
really
out,
hot, then really cold.
cold. That does it.
Just back to back.
if he
That'll
pulled
do.
his heart out, would he grow a new one?
Here's what you do: you try and make tea inside of him and watch him implode.
I'm gonna look up.
It's like the guy in the first X-Men movie who went all soggy. What was that guy?
Oh, the senator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would just do that.
Senator.
Here's what
Dickhead.
Google is asking: Can Wolverine die? Can Wolverine get drunk? Can Wolverine swim? I don't know why. And can he starve? Let's see what
Well,
it says.
swim
Well,
makes
he's always
sense because he's
drinking all
heavy
the
as
time,
hell.
isn't he?
Yeah. But does he get drunk?
I doubt it. He seems like the sad guy who's always trying to get drunk, but he can't.
I bet he pours it in his
Didn't they
anus.
say in Captain America like he can't get drunk either?
Who, Captain America?
Yeah.
That's just because he's a goody two shoes, though, right?
No, I think there was a reason in the first movie.
I don't know. I didn't
That was
watch
He
it.
was,
Terrible.
he was
I-
bitching about it. It wasn't terrible.
One of the worst things on the internet is I don't know who was the fucking asshole who decided to ruin the internet
Oh.
and search engines by doing this, but like when you ask a question and it takes you to question sites that don't fucking answer the question.
They just show
Yeah.
you a billion ads.
They're like, oh look, here's the question you were looking for. It's like I'm not looking for the question, I'm looking for the answer.
Somebody else asked this question.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
but it'd be bloody weird if there was just one forum post with the answer to a question nobody asked. There has to have the question on the page.
or
no,
it's just
he's saying all there is the question.
yeah, that's
Well,
all
that
there
has to
is.
exist before someone can answer it, is what I'm saying.
And
Yeah, but
nobody's
it's a site
answering.
that has no answers for anything. All they do is post the question.
All they do is compile the question site and they get $50 for answering the question.
Here's
Oh.
a question. Why are you such an asshole?
But then here's what always happens too when you ask a question on the internet. This guy said, hey, can Wolverine starve? I'm wondering because he has a healing power and the body, when it starves, is technically eating itself. So could Wolverine starve to death? Is that even possible? A guy wrote, I recall that, yes, it was once stated in a comic that he can indeed starve to death, but I'm really not that sure. I don't know if I read that or if I just remember it that way. Since I can't find this particular moment, I can't be sure. It's like, then don't answer the fucking question.
I'm right there with you, man.
Like,
That's why
why'd
I
you go
fucking
through all
hate
that
human
trouble
beings.
typing that?
Just your answer's I don't know, which is I'm not going to answer the
Yup.
question then.
Yup.
Can you imagine if you're in a
One of those-
classroom, you ask questions, somebody goes, I have no clue. Thanks for calling on me. I really appreciate
That's
it.
the
I
internet,
think I read
man.
the answer to this once. It may or may not have been in the book. But long story short, who knows? Ask someone else.
That'd
Like,
be
you read
great.
the professor, you're like, F.
I saw
Get
that
the
a lot.
fuck
But it
out.
leaves me wondering,
Dude.
could Wolverine starve to death? When you ask somebody in the class?
I saw that a lot. I remember, especially when I used to use GameFAQs and I'd go on message boards and stuff. I remember all the time, either I would just see someone else ask a question or I would ask a question about a game like, hey, like it's a specific, I got to this boss, da-da-da-da-da-da, here's the fucking question. And so many times somebody would reply like, did you try doing this? I think that might work, but I'm not really sure because I haven't played the game yet.
I don't have the game.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Just hanging
What
out.
the fuck?
Just hanging out, asking questions.
Fucking asshole.
How
My
much
favorite is-
smaller in size, gigabytes wise, do you think the internet would be if all of that useless crap was just removed?
If we
Like-
pruned it, like got rid of
Yeah.
all the duplicates alone, oh my god! I
Or
can't
if you
even
just took
imagine.
off all the people who are just adding nothing, they go into the internet and contribute
Inner-
bollocks.
So just like you
all-
remove all the comments from YouTube.
If you just eliminated like the amount of duplicate animated GIFs, like there was just one stored, and you had to reference that one stored GIF,
Yeah.
and that was it. Half the internet would be gone. Half the size of
That's
the
If
internet.
there was just like one meme and GIF repository.
Right.
It's like, that's where they all are.
That's where it
You don't
is.
have to repost it
The
anywhere.
internet might be the most inefficient waste of money ever created.
It's also crazy to me. It's like once it started, it seems like it would just document itself and it would never stop. But shit just goes away on the internet. There was stuff that's on the internet and it now doesn't exist. And it's like if I want to find out about something that existed on the internet, I can't even find it on the goddamn internet.
But there's always somewhere that
No,
would be.
like the original web series that was out in like '95 called The Spot. It's just gone. It's just gone. There's no archive of it or anything like that. That might be an bad example, but there's stuff like that. Like
Man, now I want
find
to
it.
watch it.
like remember the
It's
Stinky Meat
nowhere.
Project?
Oh, yeah, that's gone.
Where's Stinky Meat? It's gone.
Stinky,
You know.
He also had, oh, God, yeah.
Remember Fat Kid Network? That's gone.
Forgot about that.
Early
yeah.
Flash stuff. Yeah.
Well,
you,
what was-
you looked for
what-
that fucking muffin thing forever, Miss Muffin or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Miss Muffy and the Muff Squad or something like that?
Yeah.
Muff Squad.
It was during
I
the
wanna watch
flat.
that.
It was during this like weird like window between '98 and before we started Red vs. Blue. There was this window where everything was Flash animation.
Well, like Princess.
Everything was Flash animation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single thing. was Flash.
Those were crazy days.
Not anymore.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Michael. That's why you work here, bitch.
Here, let me read this thing. I can finally segue. Yay! I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by.
Sometimes it's fun just to eat weird, different stuff.
What's that mean?
It's like
fun to eat
something
weird
I'd never
stuff.
eat, but you know, put it if it's in a box on my doorstep, I'm absolutely gonna eat it.
It's just good to know.
That's a good rule.
I ordered 50 bags of cotton candy once.
I think that's like the exact opposite.
Did you guys see my
Well,
tweet?
it's weird stuff.
Did you see my tweet this weekend? So you don't call it cotton candy. What do you call it?
Candy floss.
Candy floss.
Crazy. No, I didn't see that.
You know what they call sprinkles in the UK?
No, what?
What?
What do you call
What do they call the things you
sprinkles?
put little round
Well, like,
Ice cream.
like hundreds of thousands and stuff.
hundreds and thousands?
There you go.
What?
Yeah.
What if you only get like
I think that's
20
the-
of them?
Just the brand though. I think.
But people
that's-
say put hundreds and thousands on.
Yeah, that's like it's one of those generic kind of brand.
That's like that
Terms.
sounds
I
like a
love
lot
it.
of words.
Yeah, but it's so colorful. I love it. It's
Yeah.
better than sprinkles.
What do you want? hundreds and thousands.
Apparently, a treat that people eat in Australia too is the bread with butter on it, and then hundreds and thousands.
That sounds
Really?
disgusting.
That does sound
horrible.
weird.
It sounds horrible, but I
Like
still want
not
to try
not
it.
toasted,
It's called fairy bread.
just like
It's called fairy
room
bread.
temperature bread with butter and sprinkles.
Bread floss.
We used to. Oh, you call it candy floss. They call cotton candy fairy floss in Australia.
What the fuck?
It's definitely floss. I'm happy with the
definitely
floss.
So
not.
would fairy
Floss.
bread be bread
Not
with fairy
floss at
floss
all.
on it?
Because it's like tiny string of.
It's not
melted-
like string at all.
Not at all.
Cotton candy?
You know what else isn't like
no,
string,
you
Michael?
heat up, and it like shoots up, isn't it? In string.
String cheese is not like string at all. I don't know why they call that. It's a cheese stick. Why do they call it string cheese?
You just blew my mind.
But why do they call it string
I don't
cheese?
know. That's so
Well,
weird.
it's a little
It's just-
stringy when you peel it.
A little bit, but no, I mean it's like
See, I'm an asshole. I don't know.
Striped cheese.
Does anybody else get string cheese or
No,
like,
'cause
sticks
I'm
of
not
cheese?
12.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we do get it at the office, so it is here. But does anybody just like bite it, or do you have to peel it? Like I peel it like a fucking asshole. Even I'm a grown man now. I can't just like it's like I want some cheese. I should just eat the fucking stick. I sit there and I peel it like for 10 minutes
don't
for
call
no
it
fucking
string
reason.
if I gave you an Oreo, would you pop it apart and eat the middle
Absolutely.
part? Really?
Absolutely.
I haven't done that in like 20
Honestly,
years.
if most of the
I'm
time
dead
I'll
inside.
open it up, eat the cream, and then debate whether I even want the cookie or not.
Oh,
Sometimes I'll look and I realize I have fucking 20 like remnants of Oreos left in front of me, and I've just eaten all the cream. And
if
not
you
even eaten the
made
cookies.
that stuff at home, the stuff in the middle,
Yeah.
you would never eat it again because it's basically like vegetable oil and sugar.
Dude,
and that's
isn't that
it.
like
Man, you're
cows-
making me hungry. Come on.
Isn't there like
Give us some
cow
fairy
bits
bread.
in there as well?
Cow
like,
bits?
like hoofs and stuff.
What?
The
What?
gelatin.
In the fucking cream? I doubt it, dude.
No, there's meant to be something minging in there, like from an animal.
Do you think they're like
Do
gelatin?
you think there's fucking
Like
cow
gelatin
hoofs?
ha-
I don't think
There's a
there's
little
any.
fucking foot in there.
I don't think there's any cream in there. That's for
There's
sure.
a fucking foot inside the cream.
I don't think there's a
sticking
drop
out.
of cream in the middle.
Do
of
you
an
have
Oreo.
do you have bourbons, the little chocolate?
Bourbons? No.
They're like
Bourbons?
rectangle. They're like rectangle Oreos, but with dark, like milk chocolate on the inside.
No.
Just like an Oreo.
Yeah. Anyway, I had a friend who used to like stick like 3 of them in his mouth and just chew them and not swallow until it was just like dirty liquid.
Are you okay?
And then he would like gargle with it.
Oh my god, what's
That's
wrong with your
fucking
friends,
funny.
Dan? It's so funny. I only associated you as having one friend in
That's,
the UK.
that's all he's got.
No, I
Dan.
was a neighbor I had. He was disgusting. He used to pour milk into bags of crisps as well and eat them with a spoon. A little soggy.
When I was a
Oh,
kid,
you mean potato chips? Oh, gross.
God damn, dude.
Not like Rice Krispies, like potato chips with milk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's,
When I was
You're
a
gonna
kid,
throw up
I
just
always
thinking
used to
about it.
pour-
it's pretty horrible.
He
When I
used to
was
make
a-
me throw up on purpose. we would
So
also
it's just like us.
We would also do this
pretty
game where
fun.
he had a trampoline and we play a game called Eat the Raisins.
Oh
Where
my god.
we just emptied like cartons of raisins onto the trampoline and someone had to lie on their front, like with their arms by their sides. And the other person would bounce them and all the raisins would be jumping. And you have to, you have
sounds
to eat the
gross.
raisins out of the air.
How dirty were the
What is
raisins?
wrong with you?
People were like jumping on them and
I like
shit.
how you had a name for this game. This means you did it more than once. It wasn't just like one time we did this. Like you're hanging out, like you're playing Xbox. You're like, want to play Eat the Raisins? Yeah, sure.
Hell
Let's go.
yeah, I do. What kind of question is that?
No, this was, I was like 8 probably when we did this.
So the answer is yes. He did play it multiple
Yes,
times.
absolutely.
When I was in elementary school, I used to pour chocolate milk into my soda and drink it,
oh,
like into Coca-Cola, because it would like rupture and explode like a volcano.
that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Can I say that, like, if you, like, he's talking about the knockoff, basically, Oreos, like the different kinds they have. Honestly, a knockoff Oreo, like, if you get an Oreo, there's tons of companies that make a cookie that's like an Oreo, but if you don't get an Oreo, it's like the one thing they just can't replicate. They can't get it right. It's just a chocolate cookie with some white shit in the middle.
Yeah, but you
but
can
still,
say
it's like
this-
if you get another one, they're so far off.
You
It's
can
like
say the same about a Big Mac. Who else can make a Big Mac?
No, it's true. They do try to. Oh, they say pull my mic down. It's blocking my beautiful face. Hello, everybody. How are you? Yeah, but no, but it's like there's certain things like if they build like the other version of it, it's never as good. Like honestly, I can give a shit between Coke and Pepsi. Pepsi's a perfectly fine drink by itself, but if I have a knockoff Oreo, it tastes like shit. It's not even like crispy. It's like a sponge with some shit in the middle. It's terrible.
Man, you're really fired up about this.
It's
no,
like-
like a Band-Aid. If you
it's
get
like-
like an off Band-Aid, it's not the same thing.
That's the absolute worst. One time I had to buy one of those knockoffs. They were out of Band-Aid brand Band-Aids. So I was like, oh, this other one's got to be fine, right?
How hard can
It's
it be?
like you
How
stick
hard?
it on and it instantly
yeah,
falls off. You're like,
yeah,
oh,
I'm
So
with you
so
there.
Band-Aid is the brand. What is the generic term for this?
bandage.
Adhesive bandage. They're Band-Aid brand adhesive bandages.
They're absolute shit.
There's
if
some
they're
things
not
that are just like,
Band-Aid
for
brand.
whatever reason, they just got it right with the thing, and nobody else can figure out how the fuck to do it. That's why I don't buy generic medicine. That shit can't be
I
right.
feel like a lot of cereals like that too.
Yeah,
Like some cereal, it's like, it's the same thing. Go fuck yourself. It is not the same thing.
absolutely not the same thing. Even fucking Rice Krispies, it's like cooked rice.
Yeah.
That's it, and it's still this is shitty
true.
version of it. How can they fuck that up?
I always like
It's
do the,
cooked right.
The best
Do you
thing,
think they like hide it? Like when they set the oven, they like the temperature and the time. They're like, it's clear, and they like set it.
the best thing about
Did you ever have the dude who stole the formula for Coke and tried to sell it to Pepsi?
Yeah.
And Pepsi turned him in to the FBI. Motherfucker went to jail.
I think people would notice.
Well, 'cause Pepsi
by the
already
way.
have it though, don't they?
Oh shit, this is Coke.
How insulting would that be too if you were Pepsi? Like, hey, I'm going to sell you the formula for Coke. And be like, fuck you, our drink's good enough, bitch. I mean, why would you want that? I would turn him in too, just because he's a fucking asshole.
Maybe it's just me, but I think too with the like the off-brand cereals, the fucking mascots are so much more pathetic and lame looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Dinko the dinosaur. It's just like fucking sucks. It makes
Dinko.
it makes like Tony the Tiger look like a badass. Like you never think of him as a great mascot, but then you see these other assholes that like the third party fucking cereal just puts on the box. It's pretty sad.
I also don't like kids' breakfast cereals. I don't like the commercials because all the commercials are based around
Nah, they're great.
somebody has the cereal, somebody's got the cereal, and somebody else wants the cereal, but they can't have it. And don't fucking give them the cereal. Whatever you do, don't give it to that fucking bird. Don't let the rabbit get the fucking tricks. You know, whatever. Or somebody's got to dress up and try to steal it.
A lot of times, the person on the
commentary on
box of the
class
cereal.
It makes me anxious all the time.
It's like,
It's like-
turn it off. Is that a cereal commercial?
It's like the fucking 99% and the 1%. It's like we have the cereal, we must deny it from
Well, it's like-
everyone else.
Well, it's like he's right.
Why is that common
either the
theme,
person
though?
on the box can't get their own goddamn cereal.
You're not allowed. Lucky Charms,
Or-
keep it away from that fucking leprechaun.
Or they have the cereal and they're trying to keep it because people are trying to fucking steal it
Yeah.
from them.
Oh, that's Lucky.
Like
He's-
Lucky, he's got the cereal.
he's
and
on
the
the
kids
lam.
are out to get him
Yeah.
all the time. The guy's running for his life every fucking day.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't.
And
every cereal commercial
The
is based
rabbit,
on that.
I
the
don't
Trix
feel
rabbit,
like-
he doesn't even fucking get it. They never even let the fucking have the bastard have it.
And if the Cocoa Puff gets it, he's the bird. He goes fucking apeshit.
It's a bird.
It's some kind of like.
Now we got a monkey.
Toucan
But
Sam
Tony
is
Tony the
Putin.
Tiger never tries to eat it. He's just like hanging out with a kid playing basketball.
Yeah,
And
but
then
the
he
kid,
right, it's
no,
weird.
he's hanging out with the kid who's playing basketball, and the kid just got his ass kicked by the tough kids in the neighborhood. So then he gives him Frosted
some
Flakes to
fucking
this
flakes.
kid so that he can beat
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes. What do you guys call them?
Frosties.
You call them
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Frosted
dude.
Flakes is stupid.
Frosted Flakes,
Frosties
bitch.
isn't.
I'll give it a nice
You had to
name.
admit
Kid-
Frosted Flakes is a little weird.
No, a nice name for kids to eat. Frosties. Frosted Flakes.
Nice name. for kids to eat.
Frosted Flakes does sound like a generic cereal name.
Yeah.
What do you want, Frosties or Frosted Flakes?
Yeah, but it works
It's like the
with
description.
with the jingle, man. Frosted Flakes.
It does make you wonder, though, if it was down to, like-
and good. They're great.
I've never heard that.
Doesn't make you think
shitty
though it's
me?
like you're down between
That's
like
a jingle.
we're gonna call these things Frosted Flakes or we're gonna call them sugar coated wheat chips.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chocolate rice puff.
Naming those cereals must be fucking crazy.
Cereal?
It's like they have such
Nah.
stupid names.
I never got this as a kid, of course. I'd always be like, Mommy, I want the cereal. And she's like, shut up, bitch. You get this crap. You get like Steve's Circle Oats or whatever the fuck there is. Yeah.
Your cereal come in a bag
Yeah.
and get him a box.
Yeah. But, you know, as an adult, I go to the fucking store and I'm like, $4? Fuck that. Cereal's expensive.
$4
as
for
shit,
80
dude.
pounds of cereal.
So
And there's always one with the kangaroo on it, I think. The big bag with the kangaroo, like the generic knockoff one.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That was like
Yeah.
the Sugar Smacks knockoff.
did you have the thing here where they changed the cereal and there's like massive outcry and they changed the name back?
Oh no, we had the thing where they'd add something like Lucky Charms. They would add the purple horseshoe, and there's a big fucking
Oh, yeah?
deal.
See, we had a
Look, they have a purple styrofoam flavored marshmallow now, as opposed to the pink one and the blue.
what do you call the Rice Krispies that are chocolate?
Chocolate
Cocoa-
Rice Krispies?
No, Cocoa Crisps. Cocoa Krispies.
Yeah.
Okay, well they're called Cocoa Pops in England, and they changed the name to Choco Krispies, and everyone went batshit. And they did like this huge campaign, and I was like, no, don't worry, they're called Cocoa Pops again. Huge thing. It was like a whole year
Are you
long.
okay?
Do you know the
Yeah.
massive
When was
conspiracy
that?
theory about that with Coca-Cola in America?
10 years ago, probably.
What about the making the shitty Coke so they can bring the good Coke back?
They made new Coke and they introduced new Coke in the mid '80s, and there was a huge outcry going, "Why the fuck did you change Coca-Cola? It's the number one drink in America. I think like 1 out of every 7 drinks consumed in the world is Coca-Cola." and they changed the formula, made new Coke, and everybody flipped their shit, and they brought it back. They're like, oh, nope, Coca-Cola Classic is back now. But the conspiracy theory is that they changed the formula between when they took Coca-Cola off the market, and they reintroduced Coca-Cola Classic. And that's when they made the move from having sugar in Coca-Cola to having high fructose corn syrup. That's when they made the move, and it saved the company tens of millions of dollars a year in production of Coca-Cola.
And you couldn't tell because you hadn't had it in a while.
You didn't have them back to back, and that's why people like the.
That's genius.
Because you had the crappy Coke. So
if
they
they
were just
did
like,
that, it's genius. But apparently, that's when they made the switch in the formula to high fructose corn syrup. But they put the shitty one in the middle so that everyone would be happy
I'd love
get
to
it
know
back.
when I'm dead. I'd love to know all those secrets, like how companies were just screwing us.
Well,
'Cause I find it so impressive.
Not only can you not tell, but you enjoy it. They introduce the high fructose corn syrup. You're like, oh yeah, this stuff's so great. This is so
Yeah.
good. You drink it like crazy. You're like, yes.
Not to mention you're like, ha, show them bitches, we got what we want. And then like the Coke fat cat just sitting there rolling in his money.
His money and his sugar.
Yeah. He's got all the sugar now because they're not putting it in the Coke anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you hear that? I guess last night a Southwest flight landed at the wrong airport.
I heard about that. How do you land with how many people have to make a mistake for that to happen?
It's like they landed at an airport, I think 7 miles away from where they were supposed to. Like the runway was barely long enough for them to land at. They thought they were in Branson, Missouri, but they were at like some other airport. And so they landed. And that airport, since it's so small, doesn't normally accommodate those size of planes. So after they landed, the passengers all had to stay on the plane for 2 hours because they had no way to get off the plane.
They couldn't take off again.
They couldn't take off. They're low on fuel. The runway was too short, and they had no jet bridge.
And I bet they had no grip on the wheels, so they couldn't take off.
Yeah, they had no grip. There was too much ice. So they had to get the ladder from the other airport and drive it 7 miles down
Holy
the road
shit.
so that they could get it took 2 hours for them to get there so they get the people off the plane.
That's
Whoops.
mental.
That's fucking bullshit. And then I don't know if you remember a couple months ago, there was like that special Boeing 747 that was like carrying parts from a 787 in it that landed at the wrong airport. It's like the 747 is already a fucking huge plane. This is like a super specialized one that's even bigger. It's basically carrying the fuselage of another plane in it. And it landed, and they like it sat there overnight because they're like, they don't know if the runway's long enough to take off. So like they had to figure out.
I like the idea of the pilot communicating with the actual tower. It's like, yeah, we're just coming in right now, and the people in the tower that are landing are just like, what the hell is happening?
You think somebody would be like, nope.
Yeah.
Pull
What
up,
are you
pull up.
doing?
Well, this one, the Southwest flight, there was no tower at the airport where they landed because it was
That's
like
a clue.
Whoops.
it was
Yeah.
so small.
Yeah. Hello?
Is anybody there?
Fuck it, I'm just going to land.
I think it's the apocalypse where the only ones left alive. Come on, they couldn't pick up a station. I mean,
Did
like
somebody move the tower?
all right, I'm going in blind.
If you
Fuck it.
if you bought a bunch of land, built a runway on it,
Okay,
how long do you think it'd be before a plane landed?
that would be awesome.
What, just
that
to
would be
test
awesome.
that out?
Yeah, just put up a runway.
Yeah.
Could you get it? Would you then get the plane? Like, gotcha. You're on my runway.
Yeah.
Like,
You just
I got
wait
your
at the
plane.
end of the
Possession's like
runway.
9/10 of the law.
Yeah. Can you have some sort of big trap come out and trap
No,
the
basically,
plane?
you'd say the guys when they land the plane, you'd go, they show up to like refuel it, and you go, nah, you can't come on my land.
Give them like a $10,000
if they can't refuel it, what are they gonna do?
ticket.
Like what's that lapse period? Like the plane's been sat there so long it can be refueled.
Like
when do
you're
you
squatting
officially
a plane.
own it?
7 years, I think. When you sit in a plane, you squat a plane for 7 years.
That's a long time to wait for fuel.
A plane squat.
So I don't know if you can see it there. That's the 747 that landed at the wrong
Wow.
airport.
Yeah,
Holy
you can see how
shit.
fat it is.
And
That's a big plane.
yeah, great. As soon as we cut to it, it's like the fucking nose.
That's
It's
where it's
okay,
landed.
Gus. It's a big plane. We get it.
Just wipe it back.
It's got
There you
wheels,
go.
so that's how you know it landed.
So it's like,
Oh, that's a much better shot. Okay, that tells the story way
It
better.
looks like a
Gus.
shuttle.
It's a plane on the ground.
do you know what a 747 normally looks like?
What it normally looks like? Looks like that.
Okay, you're
What
right.
are you saying? That you don't think that looks like an?
You think that looks like a normal 747?
I just don't think the shot of the wheels on the ground was that big of a disappointment. It told the same story to me as the plane sitting on the ground. It's like, oh,
Does
there was
anybody know why he's so
Bernie's,
feisty
why
tonight?
is Bernie a fucking asshole today?
He's
Can anybody
feisty.
tell me?
Are you mad at
Are
me?
you mad
No.
that you didn't go get invited swimming?
I
wouldn't say
I am
you're
a
an
little
asshole,
bit.
Bernie. You're
I'm glad your
feisty.
fucking baby
I'm fine
melted.
with it.
Let's put it that way. I'm glad the baby's melted.
Well,
I'm glad
that's-
you didn't
you don't
like
have
her.
to say that.
I'm glad you sat in a fucking dark theater and didn't like a movie
Why
for
are
2.5
you so
hours.
full of the vinegar?
Why the
Are you-
fuck
are
would
you gonna
go
Gavin or
after the
Google or what?
baby?
You want to Gavin or Google?
Oh.
Gavin or Google?
Hey,
I forgot we
let's
did that.
play Gavin
damn,
or
dude.
Google.
SIDS. That's what took it out.
I'm gonna pull this.
Oh god!
All right, I'm gonna be ready
Gavin
to go
didn't
here.
get it.
All right, shall we play our theme
I have
song?
no idea what you're talking about.
Gavin or Google?
What was that weird crash sound?
Gavin, which one said it? Let's find
Gavin
out.
or
Hey,
Google?
I'm feeling
Which
lucky.
one is it gonna
I
be?
still I hate the frame rate of that. It's like 3 frames a second. We should redo
Redo
that.
it right now. Redo it.
I'm feeling lucky. Good frame rate.
There you go.
All right, for those of you who have never played Gavin or Google before, what we do is I give a 3 or 4 word phrase to both Mr. Gavin Free and the search engine Google, and I see which one can come back with the most ridiculous question. Gavin from his brain and Google from the autocomplete of all the searches made using that 3 or 4 word phrase all across the world every day on Google, the search engine. And we have to guess.
Try not laugh.
Gus and Michael, who said it? Gavin or Google? Are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Dang,
Gus
don't
is
you be a
excited.
bitch.
I'm totally excited. I'm
Guys,
not like
please,
you. I am
please.
happy. I'm a good person.
Stop the
I want to
violence,
do this.
okay?
Let's go. Let's have fun.
Can we look at a picture of
Have
the
the
wheel on
violence.
the ground,
Price the
please?
murder.
I think when Gus sees a picture of a wheel of a plane on the ground now, he's gonna have PTSD from that fucking stupid comment you made
I
and you
thought
got
the
away
video
with.
was good. I've never seen a plane look like that.
Yeah.
Before.
I agree. Everyone agrees.
All right, it's a big plane. I also have to point out the fact that I have that Fog of the World app where I track where I go in the world. I don't know how the hell you can land at the wrong airport because when I'm in a plane 35,000 feet in the air, I can't get any more points going between Austin and LA because the plane flies on the exact same path every single time, which is amazing to me.
I'm glad the pilots of my planes aren't pissing about with apps on their iPhone, though.
But
Yeah,
you
but
had
they
to-
have fucking instruments that do this.
I mean, they're literally in like between Austin and LA, or like over Phoenix, Arizona. The plane is within, not on an altitude basis, but like on north-south. It's within a street width of itself of the previous plane that
Yeah,
flew.
they have
That's
roads.
mental to me. That's mental. Even with a computer, that's mental to me.
Whoops, wrong airport.
Yeah, whoops. Oh, we fucking landed in the wrong airport.
I don't think this is our exit.
Did I tell you my awesome technology thing?
Here's how you
where-
are a pilot. Apparently, you go like this. You go, land. That's it.
Oh shit! Did I miss it?
It is all automated.
And they're
though,
telling us
isn't
to turn off our fucking shit, and they're landing at the wrong
Looking like,
goddamn airport.
Wow, that airport looks like it's really small way down there. No, wait, we're on the ground. Oh, okay.
it? Did I tell you the thing I did recently where I was picking seats while I was on the plane?
No.
Oh, well, I'm really into picking the best seat on planes now because I'm platinum. I can pick like any seat apart from first class. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So I never know, so I use that seat guru thing where it tells you all the best ones. And I picked a seat that looked good on the app. And I was like, this isn't the best seat. The best seat's over there. So I was like, oh, wait, on my flight back, I'm going to pick that seat. So I changed my seat. Like I had a little walk around the plane and picked my best seat in person. I was like, next flight, I'm in that seat over there. That's how cool technology is.
Technology's pretty cool.
It's pretty amazing.
Just-
Clearly,
Stupid
you weren't flying
example.
Southwest Airlines, which I flew out to LA this last time in Vegas when we went out there for the award show.
I like that we worked with a film crew recently and we asked them what airline they like to
And they
travel. They're
fly
like-
Southwest on
they're like,
purpose.
whenever we can, Southwest. And we were like,
Dude.
Well, I guess if they have to change their flights a lot. If shoots run late, it's easy.
No, he said it because apparently Southwest is better with checked baggage than anybody else,
Oh,
which
right,
is
then-
important when you're checking cameras.
Makes sense.
So we're going to play Gavin or Google. The first
Right.
phrase that I gave to both Gavin and to Google is the phrase, can a
we have graphics.
Can a ... One of the things came back and said, can a Catholic marry a Christian? Can a Catholic marry a Christian?
Okay.
The other one said, can a stalactite become a stalagmite if it falls?
Both very interesting.
Yes. Catholic is the same as a Christian, or Christian is the same as a Catholic, I should say.
It's a subset.
It's a subset thereof.
I'm going to guess
Can a stalactite become a stalagmite?
that the stalactite stalagmite question is Gavin.
Okay, Michael?
I would agree.
All right, let's
With Gus.
reveal our answer on our new screen. Can a stalactite become a stalagmite if it falls? Gavin said that. You both get points.
Hey.
That's the most unflattering picture of you ever, Gavin.
I was
So
raised
why do you
Catholic.
think about that?
What do you mean?
Like, why was that what you thought of? He said can a, and you said stalactite becomes stalagmite if it
I
falls.
was just thinking.
It's actually funny too because I was gonna go with that because we had a conversation about that maybe within the last 2 or 3 weeks in a Let's Play. So that's
About
why.
stalactites.
Yeah.
Well, I think you went to a cave recently.
I did, yeah.
You did.
Oh, did you go down to Natural Bridge Caverns?
I went in a space.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What?
In space.
I couldn't remember the damn name. But I thought, because they take like thousands of years to grow, I thought if it fell and got stuck in the ground, would it start going back that
Growing
way?
up?
Yeah. It might
right.
work.
Oh, you spilled beer.
Oh,
The
add it
next
to the
question-
compilation.
The next phrase that I gave to both Gavin and to Google is, why don't birds? Why don't birds? The first was, why don't birds ever lie down?
Okay.
Why don't birds ever lie down? And the other one wanted to know, why don't birds fly at night? Why don't they fly?
Wow, those are both. That's tough.
Crap.
Why
You
don't,
have to go first this time.
Of course,
Sam.
obviously birds,
Okay.
Gus, both, they do lie down.
Yeah.
And birds definitely fly at night.
I'm gonna say Gavin asked why they don't lie down.
And what do you say?
Just to be contrary, I'll say fly at night.
And let's find out the answer. Why don't birds ever lie down? Was said by Gavin. So
Wait, do birds lie down?
of course
They don't like have a bed and a pillow, but they lie down.
Do you mean sideways like this?
Yeah.
Like,
They're just lying on the floor.
well, you see them on eggs, and you don't consider that lying
Well,
down.
that's like
No, that's
sitting.
sitting.
They're sitting down.
Yeah.
So to lie down, you would have to sit and then go thunk like over
Here's
to the side.
if you ever see a bird on its side, it's dead. A bird would never just lie down, would it? What bird lies
What
on
if
its
it lies
side?
down and puts its head down?
Lies
Like
down.
if it sits like on an egg and then
Like a
puts its head
dog.
down.
Sort
You've
of.
seen an ostrich where an ostrich like curls its own head back like
I've
that.
never seen an ostrich.
You've seen a
in
bird
my
tuck
life.
its to do the
You've
where they
seen it.
they take the nose, the beak, and they put it under the wing. You don't see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, birds
like
do
a
that.
duck would do that if it's floating.
A duck would do that.
Duck, you can't lie on water. You float. Ducks float.
Ducks float.
I would float. If there was a duck, I would float.
That ostrich thing, that reminds me, speaking of which, what you were doing on New Year's when I stayed too long and you got too far. If you remember, you were doing the whole vampire thing with your jacket.
No, we were
You kept
spies.
saying-
We were hiding.
yeah. No, you were also doing a vampire because you said that you couldn't see me.
It was invisible stuff.
yeah, you were invisible.
Basically.
That's kind of similar to like hiding.
We were
under the-
hiding, and then you couldn't see. You know what I learned too about? I'm not sure how familiar you are with all the different leathers of the world, but there are ostrich skin boots and like wallets and things where they're very dimpled looking.
Ostrich skin. I don't even know what that looks like.
Oh, really? You know what alligator skin looks like? It's all scaly.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
can see an alligator's skin.
Yeah. Well, ostrich skin is like it's like leather, but it's like dimples. Got little dimples, and that's where the feathers were in, and that's that makes that dimple. But apparently, to get that really dimpled look, they have to pluck the ostriches while they're still alive.
Oh.
Get that look, dude. You would have to be a tough motherfucker to pluck a live ostrich.
I'm
That-
sure they're tied down.
Yeah, I would hope so. Otherwise, you
probably-
get the shit kicked out of you.
Have you ever seen one of those chicken defeathering machines?
I'm not.
Oh yeah, it's like a washing machine.
It's like a big circle with a ton of
rubber,
holes in it that
rubber
are rubber.
spikes.
And they just put a chicken in while it's spinning, and it's like, and it comes out like instantly with no feathers. It's like,
That's-
how do you
sounds
invent a
awful.
machine that plucks feathers from a chicken? It's brilliant.
I've seen it. You know what it reminds me of? Obviously, we want to point out it's not a live chicken; it's a dead chicken being defed.
Yeah, it's dead. They've
okay.
killed it. They slit its throat earlier, probably.
It reminded me of the machine that's at Rudy's. There's a barbecue place that we go to
the
where, you,
hand wash.
where you put your hands in, you wash your
yeah.
That
hands.
thing's awesome.
It reminds me of that a little bit. That's like the greatest machine ever.
It's also such a touristy thing. Like whenever we go to Rudy's with somebody that hasn't been there before, one, it's like awesome barbecue, and then two, dude, stick your hands in this hole. It'll blow your mind.
and then you get a little sticker.
Yeah.
I've worn it on the podcast
Clean
before.
hands.
I have clean hands.
Yeah.
I think like one of the first video podcasts I'm wearing, and I have
so.
clean hands.
Did they
It
have
makes
them
me
at Mighty
it makes me
Fine
think
too?
of that Doritos commercial that fan made one with the Dorito finger cleaner. Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
I'll send it to you later.
The guys like sucking on the other guy's fingers and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's can I ask you a question? Do you ever feel like after you pull your hands out of those two holes, do you feel like your hands are clean?
Yeah.
I don't
I
at
feel like
all.
I've got soap
I
residue
don't
on there.
feel
but
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, then I get really drafty arms for a while.
You get drafty arms.
I just feel like I've put my hands in like a sweat machine.
Gross.
That's so gross. All right, let's wrap up Gavin or Google.
Would you fist cows? If
Go
it was,
ahead.
If it felt like
Yeah.
that.
I was
that
gonna
the
say
next question?
I was gonna say I think I have, but I don't know why I would say that I haven't. But I know guys that have put their up to the elbow. They helped inseminate cows. I knew guys who did that in high school.
Wait, in high school they did that.
It was like for 4-H club.
4-H. What?
I don't know what the ages are for, but there's four.
Four. Yeah, why not?
Farming and
holes?
stuff.
Humanities, husbandry,
Holes.
hotel management.
But humanities is like 4 subjects anyway, isn't it?
That's the last one. I have no idea what the 4-H's are for, but it was basically like Texas is kind of a tough place to grow up going to school because I knew kids that go to the rodeo where it's like, you probably know this part of the process. They go to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. They would get a calf and they would raise the calf like all year or 2 years and then take it back and show it at the Livestock Show and Rodeo. And it was a big prize. Whoever won, their cow won the best in show or whatever. And you're like, hey, congratulations. Hey, the cow you raised for 2 years, where's it? It's like, oh, they bought it and they took it to kill it. Like,
Yeah.
And it's
Aw.
like, it was really a big downer. I mean,
Here, I got a steak.
yeah, really,
I'm gonna name it Betsy.
I want
Poor cow.
I want a steak dinner. That was
a
always a tough deal
a cow
for
is
me.
big enough to the point where you could eat a steak but keep the cow alive, probably, right?
Nope, not a steak. Some certain cuts you can't do.
Steaks have bones in them, right? You gotta fucking cut a
Is
bone
there
and
also
meat
like
out.
weight inside of it? Right?
Yeah, it's like some saw
Like
shit.
steak, it's not like you can't like cut the end off, right? For a steak.
There's a lot of weird there's weird contests in Asia where they try and serve, like if the animal dies before it's served, you fail. It's gross.
All right.
Yeah, I've seen videos of like people serving sushi and like the fish is
I-
still alive. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't do that.
It's
So let's
awful.
finish this Gavin or Google.
All right, hold on. So a cow, the steak. I gotta look
Wait.
this up. I gotta look this up.
Are you okay?
yeah, I just went down my lung.
I'm gonna see if I can.
damn, dude.
I don't. So part of the tenderloin, I guess. So that's like right here. Like this would be the steak. And
Yeah.
This is the steak part of me.
Take a
So
piece out of
maybe I could
Burnie.
live-
Could you replicate a cow steak cut with a human? Could you?
Steak cut.
Like, does a human have a sirloin?
I would assume that humans have like dark meat.
Do we have a ribeye?
Probably.
Where's our dark meat, you think?
Do we have a fillet?
Fillet.
Are we snorting?
How do you think human feet taste?
I'm
Probably
told
not
by our
good.
fact checker that 4-H stand for hands, heart, head, and health.
Yeah, you were
do with
close.
fisting?
was
What's
pretty
that got to
close.
do with fisting cows?
You're close.
It's an agricultural club. It's an agricultural club.
So you have
Gavin or
friends
Google
in high
Listen,
school.
I guarantee there's a lot of people listening to the podcast who are very heavily involved in 4-H.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, for whatever reason, Wikipedia says I'm a Boy Scout. I'm not. I was never.
Wikipedia says I was born in fucking Webb County and has a picture of me in a fucking tiger costume.
Oh,
None of those things are
Yeah.
true or
I
ever
was never a
happened.
Boy Scout. I don't know where that ever came
that's
out.
always going to be on your Wikipedia now.
That was a Boy Scout. I wasn't.
What is wrong with you?
I inhaled some beer earlier and it's rising on me.
Oh
What
my
does that
God.
mean?
I don't
coming
know.
up.
Is it doing that thing where it's like doesn't make it all the way down your stomach, kind of lives like
breaking
it's-
apart.
It's in my lung, not my stomach.
Do you need to be upside
Your
down?
beer's in your lung.
I inhaled some.
He
earlier.
breathed it. He didn't drink it.
You ever do that thing where you swallow hard? It's like some kind of like it's like off somehow, like your swallow's like off center. I don't know how else to describe it. And like
And
you
it like
feel
hurts right here.
it's
Yeah.
like painting its way
I get
down.
that with orange juice all the time. I can't drink orange juice because I kind of swallow in the wrong place.
I get that with spaghetti.
what you eat wrong.
Yeah, I just swallow it wrong, and I'm like, ah.
It's like the noodles go down sideways instead of like long ways.
Like when I eat a lot, it's like, oh, it's so good, and then it gets caught like right in my chest, like I'm pushing it down the wrong hole,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Maybe
"Get in
you
there."
get an X-ray. The doctor will be like,
Okay, I'm
"Mr.
good."
Jones,
Yeah.
you have a spaghetti strainer in your chest.
Yeah. That'd be
you
crazy.
were born with it.
Have you ever
Apparently,
done the thing where you eat spaghetti and then uneat it?
No.
Oh, my dog did that.
No.
Sort
What's your
of.
dog eating spaghetti?
You know those rawhide bones?
Yeah.
We got our dog like a comical one. Like it was ridiculously big, but he was a big dog.
Yeah.
He was one of those Afghan dogs, long hair, so it always looked like a girl. Alex. And so it's basically one big long piece of rawhide that's tied a knot at the end, but it's dried. And they sit there and chew on it. They turn it like soppy, like
Is this
wet.
like the white one?
Yeah, and it gets
Yeah,
noodly.
it turns into fucking goo.
It turns-
It does. He's right,
so
man.
one time he had chewed off the knot of it. The knot.
Yeah.
And he had like a rawhide ball.
Yeah.
And he comes up to me, he's like, ha, 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 making this noise like this. What? I was like, fuck. I was like,
Soggy
oh,
piece of-
Alex is cool. You made a rawhide ball because you chewed off the end of the knot. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I grabbed the knot and I pulled, and he had he unraveled the knot in one end and swallowed.
What?
the whole thing out of it.
He swallowed the whole thing, and I pulled it out. He was like, it was horrifying. This long noodle. My dog stood there like this.
Even Kyle's gonna throw up.
Dude, rawhides are the grossest thing ever. My dog, we used to eat those, and it would fucking like ruin the carpet because he'd be eating it on the carpet, and then it would turn to goo, and then all the goo would like goop over the carpet, and then it would harden and turn into like shit fused with the carpet. Which also Gavin, what the fuck? That reminds me of
Can you
something.
imagine that feeling though of having something swallowed all the way down your stomach and somebody else pulling
Pulls it out of you.
Oh,
Oh shit!
the dog looks so grateful.
Oh, my eyes.
I was telling Gavin about this. Lindsay, she got over Christmas. She got one of those like scented warmers, right? Where it's kind of like a candle, but there's just a light bulb inside.
Okay.
And then the top is like the wax. And when you turn it on, it turns into like a liquid, and it's just like an aroma for the room. And then when you turn it off, it like just hardens again back into the wax. But I didn't.
You just described a candle.
No,
It took you 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's a light bulb, and it's not.
No,
it's
I feel. Hey,
It's like a little tray. It's like a little tray.
Okay,
We're
right.
together, man. I got you.
So I'd never seen this before, and I thought it was a fucking candle. So one night, she left it on, and she's sleeping, and I was going to bed, and I'm turning everything off. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, she forgot to turn the candle off. So I pick the lid up and kind of like tilt it, and I'm holding it, and I just kind of look in to blow out the candle, and I'm just staring at a light bulb for 5 seconds. I'm like, the fuck? And then I realize the wax is burning my hand. So I go, oh! And I fucking like fling it. I threw wax all over the fucking walls.
Oh,
like
did
in my
you get in your
apartment.
carpet?
I threw it all over my walls, all over the carpet. It's fucking pink wax. It's everywhere. And it's like 1:30 in the morning. And she's sleeping in the other room. And I'm just like, God damn it, motherfucker. And she's like, just leave it till the morning. So I'm like Googling at 1:30 in the morning, how the fuck do I get
Wax out of
wax
carpet.
out of a carpet? And it says to use an iron, right? And it'll just it says take a paper bag and put a paper bag or a paper towel on top of the wax, iron the other side of it, and it'll liquefy again, and then the bag will just pick it up.
Oh, that makes sense.
But which makes a lot of sense. But I didn't feel like getting an iron, so I just grabbed the blow dryer. So it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm just blow drying the carpet. And I did the same thing, except I had a paper towel, but it was working, but not as well. Like it couldn't get the last little bit of it. So I'm just holding the fucking blow dryer right up to the paper towel. But then it started causing smoke, and I set off my fucking fire alarm or
My
my smoke
Lord.
detector. And then all of them in the apartment went off. So it's now almost 2:00 in the morning, and every smoke detector in my apartment's
my
going
God.
off as I'm using the fucking hair dryer.
I love those messes that
I was
you can,
pissed.
I love the messes you can make where you are solely responsible, but it's so big that you have to take a minute to take in what you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had,
It's
to,
just
I had
like,
to move all the furniture and shit just to get
yeah,
to it.
usually it's just like, and you're just like, where do I start?
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed. I don't know which bit to clean first. Irritating.
This is the thing I saw. So some animated GIF where a guy like goes to jump over like a plastic chain in a grocery store, and he goes to jump over it, and he catches his foot on it. But the poor fucking sap, the other end of the plastic chain is connected to like a 6 foot tall gum display, and the whole thing comes down on the dude.
It's
and
basically a shelf from floor to ceiling of all the tiniest stuff.
and it just buries the dude in the stuff. And he's got that look on his face. He's laying there and all this
He
stuff.
just doesn't move afterwards. He's just like, "Ugh."
This is my life now. I live here. All right, you ready for the last Gavin or Google question?
Yes.
All right, the last one is could a human cry itself dry? Was one of the responses. The other was could a human actually survive inside of a whale?
Fucking Christ, man.
First of all, I gotta ask a question. Do you think either one of those things could happen? Could a human cry itself to the point of dehydration?
No.
I don't think so.
And could a person live in a whale? Probably.
I
guess-
don't know that whales' throats are big enough for a human to get through, but I guess getting by that.
I mean, if you bring a backpack with some food and shit,
Bring a
probably.
backpack.
Yeah.
Bring something to read.
You're
Yeah, well,
underwater.
I mean, to survive more than a day.
There's no air in the stomach, right?
There's no.
well, it's not a
why not?
vacuum.
Well, I mean, there's a very limited supply.
Yeah, but it's always being refreshed by against shrimp and shit comes in.
Yeah, but that's underwater. It's getting
True,
refreshed
you
with
can
water.
eat the shrimp.
Water
You don't even
has
bring
oxygen.
food, dude.
Yeah.
You can't breathe water, dude. I know there's oxygen in water.
Doesn't it go in the air?
Yeah, but it doesn't like gulp in the air.
No, I mean, like,
no,
if-
but a whale does breathe air.
Right, in its lungs, not in its stomach.
Right, true.
yeah, but you swallow some air every time you eat.
Do you have air in your stomach right
Yeah,
now?
but we're not underwater. Anytime
have
a
air in
whale
your
eats
stomach right
underwater-
now?
I probably do. I probably have some.
Probably have some
Can
too.
I have some?
I'll give you a little bit.
So do you want to go? Do you want to
I'll
go
go
first, or
first.
I'll go first?
I'm gonna say Gavin said,
Score, by the way, is 2-1, Michael.
"Can a human cry itself dry?"
I'm gonna go with can a human survive in a whale?
Gavin said that. Okay, let's find out. Could a human cry itself dry as Gavin? We have a tie.
The only reason I thought that is I think that human living in a whale is like a biblical story.
Jonah the whale.
Right. So I didn't think Gavin would be
I said
asking-
Jonah the whale.
and the whale.
Yeah,
Jonah
that
and
was
the whale.
weird.
It's Jonah the
Is
whale.
Pinocchio biblical?
No,
that-
Pinocchio is not biblical.
Wasn't Geppetto in the
so
whale?
we ended up tied.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed
to
in
2.
myself, honestly, that I didn't get Gavin 3 for 3 because I sit next to him
Yeah.
almost
well,
every
He's
day.
he's an enigma. He's a
Yeah.
mystery.
So
It's
no
hard to crack.
but I imagine the human, if it cried enough, there would be no tears left.
Here's how much.
I doubt it.
Here's how much the world has changed. Like I looked up Jonah and the whale on Google. The first thing that returned was not the story of Jonah from the whale from the Bible. It was Jonah and the whale seafood buffet in Ocean City, Maryland.
Nice.
That's the first return.
My second guess, or my guess, would have been something related to Veggie Tales.
It has all you can eat seafood, Michael, with over 75 delicious items on the buffet.
Any like
It's
what?
not going to be 75 items.
That's a
on the
lot.
buffet.
What?
if we don't have
name a
all you can
couple?
eat, the whale eats you.
I get the feeling that being swallowed by a whale with a knife would be one of the coolest entrances.
Being
of all
swallowed by a whale with a knife.
The
or
whale's
being
holding a
swallowed
knife
with-
while he swallows you.
being swallowed
Get in my
holding a knife.
mouth, or else.
I've heard stories about sharks swallowing people whole and spitting them out because they have wetsuits on. That would be the scariest thing that could
Has
ever
anyone
happen
ever
to you.
cut themselves out of an animal? That'd be wicked.
Probably. I would
It
imagine.
happened in
right?
Sharknado.
There's only a couple animals you can do it with, like an
It
elephant,
did happen in
which wouldn't eat
Sharknado.
you.
You could cut yourself out of a whale for sure.
A whale is one, but no, a whale's not going to eat you either.
How the fuck are you
Why
gonna
not?
cut your way through a whale with what?
A knife.
You think you could cut through a whale with a knife?
Absolutely. You just
So first of all, don't
You just jerk
don't
off.
all whales
'Cause
have
that's the
the-
motion you just made.
the mush face, the
Baleen?
the plankton.
The mush face.
What is it? They don't have the teeth. They're not like in
Baleen.
the cartoons. They got the
Baleen.
Baleen.
Do they have the baleen? Is that, I think
Baleen?
that's what it's
I
called.
think
I
that's
think
what
it's
it's
called
called.
baleen.
like the weird like straw stuff that
yeah,
filters
yeah, it's
out.
for the plankton.
Yeah,
They
but
eat that.
a human could slip through in there.
God, you
They
kidding
got a
me?
wide gob, dude. Blue whale would easily eat you.
Have you ever, Bernie?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the gob of a whale up close?
Oh, yeah.
it's so wide.
when I'm going in for like an intimate moment.
So wide, dude.
No, a blue whale's massive though, isn't it? Well, how big? They still exist.
Yeah.
They're still alive.
Yeah.
And they're like the biggest thing that ever lived, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that the biggest thing that has ever swam the earth,
Didn't walk.
is still
Or
alive.
laughed at you.
But what's sad? I bet none of us have seen one.
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one.
I
The
think he's
biggest
making
animal
it up.
that has ever lived in the world, ever, we've never seen one.
Here-
know-
here's
you know
what-
what?
Gus,
Needs to
let's
be
go and
bigger.
see a blue whale.
We will do the next podcast from inside a blue whale.
Here's what's even
There's
sadder,
enough
Gus,
air in there.
is that if you were given the choice, right now we can go to an aquarium and we could see one,
What do you mean an aquarium?
whatever, or we could a place where
An
they have blue
ocean.
whales, an ocean, and we could see one, or you could eat one right now. We could serve you one. You would eat it before you would go see it.
That's a hard question.
You would totally do that.
I might eat a blue
the
whale before
the
I
biggest,
see it.
most majestic creature that's ever lived, and you would probably just want to eat it.
I feel like
But
you
he-
wouldn't be able to finish it. Though.
Hear my
Not the whole thing, Michael.
no.
It's like a food challenge. Finish the whale and it's free.
I'm eating the bailing. It's delicious.
But that's where my steak cow living steak thing comes back into play. A blue whale is so incredibly
Nobody
big.
knows what that is.
fuck did you just
What's
say?
steak cow living
It's
thing?
steak cow living cow steak.
No,
cow.
like, if you-
Michael, come on. It's
if
steak
you-
cow living thing.
Please.
Could you cut off a bit of cow without killing the cow and eat the cow?
Michael and I were talking about this earlier about your steak cow living thing, and we were wondering when you were going to bring it around. to
But
our house.
a blue whale is so big that you could probably have some of it while it's still
I would
alive.
imagine so.
And they probably don't need to kill him.
I mean, you can make the argument there's probably things eating you all the time and you don't know it. Mosquito eats some of you and you're fine.
Nah, just
Yeah, but you
drink.
fucking itch afterwards.
Like
What
a
is that?
fucking
What is
bitch,
that?
dude.
Why you think mosquitoes would be able to bite you and it wouldn't itch?
Well, I think
Yeah,
they
no.
bite you and they get away. I think the itch is later.
No, it's your body is the itch. It's like getting rid of the goop, isn't it? Because it decoagulates your blood. It makes you bleed more.
What does?
The
Oh,
mosquito venom.
So you think it's like that's a little blood pocket that fills up?
Well, your body's trying to replateletize the blood. isn't it?
Recoagulate it?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair play.
All right. Well, we're about time to wrap up.
I get to play Gavin or Google. I'm happy.
We got to play
Yeah.
Gavin or Google. It was a treat.
It was my first time, guys.
And I was not in a bad fucking mood.
Hey, well, was your
You were feisty.
Hyman regrow?
That's not a bad.
Full of
Will it be
it.
your first time again later?
I thought it was
All right.
fine.
Thanks for everyone for
Popping
watching.
cherries all night.
We'll be back on Wednesday streaming an episode of
We'll
The
be
Patch.
back like a Hyman.
And then next Monday with another episode of RT Podcast.
Congratulations to Ruby for winning Best
RT
Animated
Podcast
Series.
will be back like a hymen.
Bye.
Oh yeah, it's a motherfucking Rooster Teeth Podcast. 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 Mother. motherfucking Rooster Teeth Podcast. Motherfucking Rooster Teeth Podcast. Motherfucking Rooster Teeth Podcast. It's the Rooster Teeth Podcast.